It is time for the Drew Yari Show. Drew Yari.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Wednesday. We're starting a little early. It's 7:47 p.m. Central Time here in San Antonio. And I am Drew, and with me as always,
Justin from SpineBusterTees, SpineBusterTees.com, and also on YouTube as well, live.
And Lightning saying that his Florida Panthers might sweep and get to the Stanley Cup. Hopefully you meet my Golden Knights. But
I can't even tell you what's going on in the NHL.
I don't know. I mean,
but that's good. But that's good though. If your team's made it, then that's good.
Right. Like I'm not gonna say I'm a massive hockey fan. I started to become, I guess, more of a casual fan a few years ago, and the team I rooted for, or the team I still root for, is the Vegas Golden Knights. And in their first year as a team, they get to the Stanley Cup. Like their first fucking year. Granted, they lost, but it's still impressive. And every year since then, they've always been a really good team. They've always made the playoffs. They always seem to get pretty far. But yeah, I go for the Knights. They just beat. They're about to beat Dallas, so good.
I can't even tell you the best player in the NHL. As of right now. I know Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin, but they're old now, so I don't even know if they're considered to be even top 10 players. You know what I mean, or top 20 players. So
yeah, I literally have no idea who the best player in hockey is. Like Lightning, do you know who's considered the best player in hockey right now?
Baseball. I would know. I would at least know the names, but yeah, hockey, miss me with that one.
Yeah, baseball, same thing. I have no idea who's who in baseball right now. No clue. Baseball has never really been my thing. I tried to give baseball a chance. Just never worked for me. I mean, basketball has kind of been my thing, even though it's kind of starting to wane on me a little bit. The NFL, kind of the same thing. I mean, the NFL is different. It all depends on how you look at it, because you can say such and such is the best player in the league because he does this on defense, or this guy's the best player in the league because he's a great quarterback, or this guy's a great running back, or this guy's a great wide receiver. So people, and there's a lot of yelling going on outside, fucking neighbors. But who would you consider the best player in the NFL right now if you had to pick anyone?
Probably Mahomes, maybe.
Yeah, that's a fair answer. Yeah, Mahomes. I'll go with Mahomes. But that's enough.
Even though I won't say I don't like him, but I'm neutral on him.
Yeah, I like him. He's obviously a great player.
Yeah, he's a great player. Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say it, the quarterback for the Eagles, what's his name?
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, he's actually very good.
He's overrated. I was gonna say that. He's overrated. I'm sorry, but not saying he's a bad player, but he is overrated. But anyway, we can talk football all day.
All right, and B Sharp 81 is asking, has Tony Khan made his announcement yet?
Talking to me?
Well, you're watching it, aren't you?
No, not yet. The rumor, B Sharp, is as of right now is that they're gonna announce the Collision show to be in Chicago, and they may announce CM Punk to be returning back tonight. So We'll keep you updated. You know, I don't know if you're new around here, but Drew doesn't really watch AEW much, or if at all. I do, so I'll try to keep up with it during the podcast here.
Rather watch my mom in an orgy. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
So why ask about Tony Khan then? I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm afraid to ask that question. But speaking of cons, so I'm going to talk about the other con, the Nick Khan.
What?
So he has I have a few news articles on him. He was on, what was he on, a podcast or a radio show? What was he on? He said, speaking at the J.P. Morgan Global Technology Media and Communications Conference, Jesus Christ, he talked about possibly making some major changes to Raw and SmackDown as the merger between WWE and UFC finalizes, and WWE signs new television deals for WWE Raw and SmackDown in the coming months. Some major changes could possibly be in store for the company. He says, we're still open to a third hour of SmackDown, Khan said, responding to a question about WWE's ability to offer flexibility for its broadcast partners. The CEO stated that the deal they made with Fox several years ago was for a 2-hour primetime show, but now companies like Amazon are looking to program entire nights of the week. Khan also mentioned the possibility of moving nights, adding another way WWE can accommodate possible broadcast or streaming partners. Later in the discussion, Khan went as far as bringing up the possibility of WWE adding another show. Responding to a question about appealing to different demographics, Khan discussed the possibility of the third hour of Raw becoming more adult-oriented, and brought up the possibility of WWE introducing content on a new night that might be catered to a different audience. Once the impending merger is finalized, the combined WWE UFC company will be referred to as TKO, standing for Technical Knockout. By that time, WWE will have signed new TV deals, and it's possible the landscape of Raw and SmackDown could look very different. So what are your thoughts on the possibility of we could get a very different looking Raw or SmackDown, maybe even a third hour of SmackDown, or maybe even a new show? Like, what do you think?
You don't want to know what I think, but
no, I do.
No, we don't need a third hour. What's the purpose of the third hour?
No.
I know they get more money. I get that. But now you're going to have 6 hours of TV daily. I'm sorry, 8 hours, including NXT. Then if you're AEW watcher, that's 10 hours. 10 hours of TV. That's half a day, man, almost, of wrestling. Mm-hmm. It's kind of daunting. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of tiring. You know what I mean? That's not even counting for pay-per-views. Like, for example, so this week, right? 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of NXT. That's 5. 2 hours of Dynamite. That's 7. 2 hours of SmackDown. That's 9. 3 hours at least, maybe 4 of I was gonna say Crown Jewel, but Night of Champions, that's 13. Another 3 hours, possibly. We'll say 2.5, but we'll just round up to 3. 3 hours for NXT Battleground, that's 16. Then another 4 to 5 hours for Double or Nothing. Up to 21 hours of wrestling. No, we already have way too much wrestling as it is. They just need to. I mean, if they move different nights, okay, sure, maybe, you know what I mean? Because I know that USA possibly wants to get SmackDown live again on SmackDown, but I don't know about Fridays. They may move it to rumor I heard is they may move it to a Wednesday, possibly, if that's possible, which means that's AEW and SmackDown on a Wednesday night, and we're already doing this podcast too, so that'll be hard for me to catch up on after the fact. So, no, we don't need a third hour. I don't care, and honestly, I don't really care if, they go edgy. I don't give a shit if it's edgy or not. Are you going to do good? Are you going to have this make sense? Because I can tell you the third hour of Raw, it's fucking sucked. Just like the whole show did on Monday. It didn't make any sense on what the fuck they did on that show. I'm pretty sure we're gonna, talk about Raw for a moment, but, yeah, man. It's a. I understand why from the business aspect. Don't get me wrong. Like that third hour, it can be critical for them for as far as advertisements to get more money out of it. I totally understand it. I get it. I totally get it. But at the same damn time, the quality of the show is not going to be as good. Through the history of wrestling, a third hour of a weekly series, traditionally has a more less than product. 3 hours of Nitro, the prog went down. 3 hours of Raw for years. Raw still hasn't really recovered since they went to 3 hours originally. Don't get me wrong, they had their moments. They had a few, bright spots and a few good streaks of a couple months or so. But overall, like 3 hours of Monday Night Wrestling hasn't done Raw any favors as far as on the creative aspect is concerned. So,
nope.
So no, it's a terrible idea. Again, I get it from the business aspect, but just from the logistics of writing 8 hours of TV every week is really, 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 really reckless and stupid.
I mean, Nick Khan's obviously like by how you hear him speak, he sounds like a smart guy. He's got to know that this is not a good idea at all. And like you said, business perspective, maybe. I mean, it may be a good idea business wise, but as far as like creative, he's fucking cat. Sorry, but like if from a creative standpoint, it's gonna suck. And we all know the third hour of Raw sucks. Like wrestling TV shows should not be 3 hours. I mean, I don't even think pay-per-views need to be 3 hours. Like at best, make them 2.5 hours at least. But
unless they're like big shows like Mania and like All Out and things like that. It's okay to be longer, but generally, yes.
I'm kind of on the fence of like 3 hours. You know what I mean? Even for a pay-per-view, like get that shit out of the way, and you can have a good pay-per-view in 2.5 hours. That's just me, but this is not going to work. Like I really hope this is just like him saying, well, there's a possibility, and it doesn't actually fucking happen. Like, or maybe it's just him, I guess, saying what he needs to say to like the big business people to kind of like, tell them what they want to hear. You know what I mean? But it's not going to fucking happen. I mean, Crocodile or Dirk, I know it's Dirk. Dirk is saying sad part is I can see it happen. Unfortunately, it wouldn't surprise me if it ended up happening, but I just, again, for our sakes, for the writers' sakes, it shouldn't happen. I hope it doesn't happen. More Nick Khan news. There are reports circulating the internet this morning stating that roster cuts within WWE were expected to take place as of July 1st. But as of now, there's nothing indicating that to be the case. Apparently, did Nick Khan talk about it? Okay. Nick Khan told people within the sporting agency world that the company wasn't planning on cutting any of their on-screen performers as of WrestleMania weekend. After Fightful Select... Oh, no, I'm reading this backwards. I'm sorry. So a new report from Fightful Select states that WWE CEO Nick Khan told people within the sporting agency world that the company wasn't planning on cutting any of their performers as of WrestleMania weekend. After today, when there was a report that as of July 1st there were going to be some roster cuts. So supposedly there was, and Nick Khan's saying there isn't. I don't know, maybe he's just saying that to save face. Usually there is a big bus flip, usually the week after Mania or the month after Mania, but it's already been a month after Mania, and there's been no flipped buses, so to speak. But what do you think about the possibility of there being some roster cuts coming soon?
Well, whenever there's a big acquisition of companies, they always have budget cuts. And within those budget cuts, personnel gets removed. So it's not about a matter if, it's a matter of when. I don't want to see anybody lose their jobs. I don't want to see anybody, having to not have a job or have the unknown out there. I don't want to see that at all. But reality is reality, and the fact of the matter is that we're gonna, I won't be shocked if we start seeing some talents let go. When? I don't want to speculate when, because I don't want to speculate when people are going to be losing their jobs. But I will say that it may possibly, I'm not, I don't know, but possibly may happen between now and maybe SummerSlam. I don't know, but again, I hope not. I hope they find another way to save money other than what they're doing right now. But it's gonna happen. That's all I know.
I mean, I think if any, I don't think it's gonna be any wrestlers. Maybe a few wrestlers, but
it's gonna be wrestlers because they're the biggest piece of the budget.
Right. And also maybe some people working in the back, producers.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, right.
Maybe some writers. Hopefully, all the writers. I kid. Like you, just I don't take joy in seeing anyone losing a job. Because at the end of the day, we're still technically in a pandemic. So, it's not as bad as it was during the pandemic, 3 years ago. But, again, I take no pleasure in seeing anyone losing a job. I kind of hope it isn't going to be a mass firing. Maybe just some performers, some staff. But, hopefully it's not that, what they call it, Black Wednesday, bus flip from 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I hope that's not the case. But that's really all the news.
That's it.
I mean, there really wasn't anything that interesting, news wise. I mean, I can just maybe look up some news to kind of.
It's okay. I mean, if you don't, if that's all you had, that's all you had.
Hulk Hogan wants a match with Steve Austin at WrestleMania 40.
No, don't want to see that.
He was on the MMA Hour and said that he's considering celebrating the 40th anniversary of his WWF Championship win over the Iron Sheik by getting in the ring. Anything's possible, brother, Hogan said, noting his new interest in health and wellness has him feeling good enough to consider it. He says he'd be willing to wrestle Stone Cold Steve Austin, as the main reason he came back to wrestle The Rock in 2002 was that he could somehow end up getting in the ring with Austin. Me as a bad guy, brother. I'm Hollywood Hogan, brother. I could have tore the house down with him because he was the ultimate good guy at the time, brother. And I'm not gonna do any more impressions, guys. I'm just trying to be silly, but I just don't know, with all this time passing and both of us getting older and wiser, that it would even make sense. You'd have to be crazy at my age anyway. I just haven't talked to him about anything like that ever. But if he would get in the ring, he would be that guy. So, do you have any interest in seeing Hulk Hogan having a match?
No. Definitely don't.
Nobody. Does anyone have any interest in seeing Hulk Hogan in a match? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna speak for everyone and say no. Maurice says no. But yeah, I guess we can just review the shows. And then,
well, I mean, I have a few news stories.
Go for it.
We can just talk about real quick. So Dakota Kai's out with a torn ACL. So yeah, she had surgery, I think yesterday. She tore her ACL in the women's tag team championship match. Damage Control versus Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. So yeah, that happened back on May 12th. So yeah, she's probably going to be out for a year, possibly around that time. But the fact that she came back and she's in a prominent role in Damage Control, and I think possibly plans may change with Damage Control because you saw the decision between Dakota Kai and Io Sky and Bailey. So who knows? Who knows?
Hey, keep talking. I gotta let my cat out. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Dakota Kai's out. So she's gonna be out for at least for a year. So unfortunately, that's some unfortunate news there because I like Dakota Kai and I believe Drew likes Dakota Kai as well. So very unfortunate news. So. Moving on to AJ Styles. So AJ Styles addresses claims that the WWE World Heavyweight Championship feels secondary. So AJ Styles was speaking to the New York Post ahead of his match with Seth Rollins, and he addressed if the new World Heavyweight Championship is a secondary or not. And he said, "Well, is it a secondary title? Well, if the Raw Championship is held by Roman, the SmackDown Championship is held by Roman, then how can you argue that it's not? We have to make a new championship because Roman holds them all. What happens if he decides to wrestle for the World Heavyweight Championship? It is what it is, and we got what we got. If we make the best of it, and when Roman does challenge for it, we will beat the brakes off of him, whoever it may be. Then we'll see what title's secondary." So AJ Styles just kind of filling in. He basically said that yeah, it is secondary. Then he was like, "Oh crap, hold on, let me retract my statement. The new World Heavyweight Championship is a secondary title. It is. It is not. It is not on importance to what Roman's doing. Period. Roman has 2 world titles right now. This is the 3rd world title. They have to bring back the World Heavyweight Championship because Roman has 2 titles already, and he's barely on TV, and he doesn't defend them as much anymore. So this is the secondary title. That don't care what anyone says. AJ can go out there put on 5-star matches. Seth can go out there and put on 5-star matches. Great, have great feuds. Doesn't matter. Roman's the top guy. He has the top title. So. Any opinion on that?
I mean, I pretty much said what needed to be said. I agree with you. I mean, they kind of shot themselves in the foot by putting both titles on Roman to where they had to bring back, the big gold belt, but like with a new look. And yeah, it's a secondary title because Roman has both titles, so they had to make a new title, for the show that doesn't have Roman on it. I mean, eventually, if they treat it more, treat it more seriously, it could be more than just a secondary title. But at the moment, Roman's the guy. I love AJ Styles. I like Seth Rollins, but they're not the guy. Neither of them are the guy. Roman's the guy. And at this point, there's that old adage in wrestling that what is it, the title's not supposed to make the man, or the man's supposed to make the title, or how does it go?
The title doesn't make the man makes the title.
Exactly. At this point, Roman's already made the title. He's basically just holding it as a prop. Like, he doesn't need to be champion anymore at this point. Like, he's good. Like, somebody else needs that title that's already over, and that's Cody. But yeah. So is that all you have?
Nope, I got more. So, and just in remembrance, before we continue on with the news, yesterday was the unfortunate 3rd anniversary of Hana Kimura's passing. She passed away on the 23rd, 2020. She committed suicide, as you guys may know, due to bullying threats online, on Twitter and social media, things of that nature. So, so it's just kind of a reminder as be careful what you say on social media to people. You don't know who you'll affect, and you don't know how they will take it. And a lot of people in New Japan and Stardom was paying tributes to her yesterday with the videos, and also doing some of her moves in the ring, paying tribute to some matches. And Mercedes Moné, obviously, she's kind of taking some of her entrance attire in a way and kind of making it her own and kind of paying tribute to her. So rest in peace to Hana Kimura.
Right. Rest in peace.
Alrighty here. Next. Hold on. Speaking of Mercedes Moné, she got injured. Unfortunately, so there was a tournament for the New Japan Strong Women's Championship, first ever Women's Championship, champion, and she was in the main event against well, Jesus Christ, man, my fucking head is like about to fucking explode here. But yeah, no, she was with Willow Nightingale. And she was doing this spot from the top rope. I'm not too sure exactly what happened, but she got pushed down from the top rope, and she basically fucked up her ankle, her knee, in the process. So I haven't really heard anything yet on her news, but apparently it's pretty bad, and apparently she's gonna be out of action for a while. So so Mercedes who basically, took the chance on herself and basically, went to Japan and, had a great match against Kairi, at Wrestle Kingdom, right? Up there for one of the women's matches of the year. I don't think it is. But, as of right now, it's a top 5, women's match of the year. You know what I mean? Obviously 2 former WWE women just put on a great match at, in the Tokyo Dome. But, yeah, so, it looks like they, probably made a, audible call here for Willow Nightingale to win, which I love Willow. So she deserves that too as well. So I'm assuming they made it an audible. I'm assuming, but I don't know. I could be wrong about that though. But, speedy recovery to Sasha Mercedes, and, hopefully everything is, good for her.
Yeah, same. I mean, I'm not the biggest Sasha, Monet, whatever you want to call her, fan. But again, I take no pleasure in seeing someone getting hurt. It's like the old adage, this ain't ballet. And,
yeah, sure.
It just sucks for her because it looks like she was starting to really, get her career up and running in Japan. And, she had some nice momentum, winning that title and having that match with Kairi. So, speedy recovery for Sasha, and hope everything goes well.
Yeah. So, this is a quick news story that I'm just going to kill in like 10 seconds. Aussie Open has gained interest from both WWE and AEW. Aussie Open signs with AEW tonight. So yeah, that. So yeah, Aussie Open, Will Ospreay's guys, Kyle Fletcher and what's his name? I think his last name is Davis, but I forget the other guy's name. But Kyle Fletcher, who wrestled Orange Cassidy night. But long story short, they signed with AEW. So another tag team in AEW. They're fucking great. I don't know if Tony Khan's going to be able to use them as that, but the tag team division does need some new blood. So maybe they'll get a little push on TV. But they were great in New Japan for sure. So. Okay. I got a couple more things here, and we'll move on here. I don't really want to talk about the CM Punk drama ish because of because we're gonna find out in a little bit here about what Tony Khan's gonna say, and if they don't announce, they're gonna announce Chicago and possibly CM Punk, but if that does not happen for some reason, then we'll let the speculation begin with that. But I'll end it with this here. We'll do some ratings here.
Kyle's saying they just did.
They just did right now. So I missed it during this year. Okay, so did they announce CM Punk too?
Kyle's saying Tony just did. Let me look it up on Twitter.
Yeah, let me. Did they announce CM Punk?
Here we go. Will Mahoney on Twitter.
Oh, okay, I got it here. Okay, so he did announce CM Punk. Okay.
Well, no, he said not CM Punk yet, but he's saying Saturday, June 17th.
Yeah,
at the United Center
in Chicago. Yeah,
and it's more than likely going to be Punk.
Okay.
So
yeah,
there's
no reason if they were, this would be probably one of the biggest failures in wrestling history if they announce this show but Punk doesn't come out or doesn't come back. And again, he's not like announcing hey, CM Punk's going to be there, but you're basically announcing that Punk is going to be there. So, but Tony Khan, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing with stuff like this. He's not he has like kind of like came out before and like said, "Oh, there's gonna be a big announcement," but I just don't see him doing this and not having CM Punk. I just don't. But anyway, all right. So the ratings here, we'll cover the ratings here real quick, and we'll move on. So last week's AEW Dynamite, it got 814,000 viewers. I don't have if it was up or down from last week, but I think it was up from last week. But it was at a 0.28 in the 1849 demographic, so they were 7th in cable. They usually are top 5 in cable on Wednesdays, so they were down a little bit from where they are usually. But yeah, that was AEW Dynamite. Next we got. Let me get to Raw. That's Rampage. We don't want to talk about that because they're like 88th in cable. Rampage. All right, so Raw, 1.638 million viewers, a point in the 18 to 49 demographic, a 0.54. They were 5th in cable. Yeah. Even though they were 5th in cable, I mean, good. We're just gonna talk about the viewership right now, but the quality of the show was dog shit. Okay. I'm glad that they were able to carry those viewers all the way through to the very end. And I skipped SmackDown too. Let me get SmackDown real quick. That is totally my bad. Or SmackDown. That's Dynamite.
SmackDown.
Oh, they don't. Where is SmackDown? I don't see SmackDown. Okay, I'm gonna skip SmackDown for the time being because I
can probably pull those up. Yeah.
But I have NXT here. NXT last night, 578,000 viewers, a 0.16 in the 1849 demo, 14th in cable. They did better than Rampage, I can tell you that. So good for NXT there. So, let me see.
I have SmackDown if you're interested.
Yeah. Go ahead and do SmackDown.
So May 19th. That was last week, right?
Yep.
SmackDown had 2.049 million preliminary, and for their final viewers, they had 2.133 million.
Does it have demos there?
No, it doesn't.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's really all the news I got. I mean, there's some other stuff, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna cross into that when we start doing like the predictions and the review of shows. So,
yeah, we can just like start with the reviews and then we'll jump into predictions. So we can start with SmackDown from last week. Let's see. The big chunk of the show was mainly about the Bloodline. Roman, Solo, and Paul Heyman came out. And then Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn came out, talked a little bit of shit. Sami saying, you and Solo aren't as good as the Usos. And then Roman looked like he was about to dig into Sami, saying, I wasted a whole year on you, and yada, yada, yada. The Usos came out and beat up Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And Jay's about to go up to Roman and, give him a high five, like, yeah, we took care of him. And Roman's like, nah, I was about to say something, and then you interrupted me. Like, I wasted a whole year on that fool. I was about to tell him off, then you interrupted me. I told you to stay in the back. So there was that. And there was kind of an interesting moment. I don't know if you kind of really thought too much of it, where like Roman bumps into Solo and then he has this look on his face of almost like worry. Of like, oh shit, my bad. And then Solo just looks at him like, really? So I mean, I don't know how you interpreted that.
Yeah, no, it was a great segment. Yeah, it was a great segment. The bump that's gonna come back into play later on, but it's a small thing right now. But that's a long-term storytelling brewing right there. So great segment.
But how do you interpret that? Do you interpret that as like Roman knows not to fuck with Solo?
He's afraid of Solo.
Why would he?
You didn't see it. You didn't see the look in his eyes and how he was like put his hand up like no.
Oh no,
he's afraid of Solo.
I know, but like, why would Roman be afraid of Solo? That would be my question.
Why wouldn't he be afraid of Solo?
I mean, because he's Roman. You shouldn't be afraid of it.
Yeah, but he's a heel too, so.
Good point. I mean, it's interesting. I don't hate it.
Heels in general, unless you're like Brock Lesnar, but Roman has shown terms of being a coward,
right?
And this is just him playing. He talks big, right? He talks big, and he does deliver too. Obviously, you're not gonna be champion that long if you don't deliver. But at the same time, like, he has shown tendencies of being afraid or showing weakness or whatnot, and that's pretty much what he showed there.
I mean, I don't hate it. It's interesting. It interests me, like you said, long-term storytelling. It's definitely something that's going to come back to bite him in the ass. So I'm interested. Main event of the show was the LWO, Rey Mysterio and Santos defeating the Usos by pinfall after Kevin Owens and Sammy made the interference. LWO finally getting a win, so good for them. Let's see what else happened on SmackDown. I have it here on CBS. Pretty Deadly made their main roster debut, defeating the Brawling Brutes.
Yes, boy!
Yes, boy! Elton Prince, I believe that's the blonde one, right?
Yeah.
He got busted open. So, a lot of color going on lately on WWE television. You had Brock at... What was that?
I say unintentional.
Right. And then, Bobby Lashley, getting busted open the head last week. And then Elton Prince. I mean, like you said, unintentional, but it's just, it's interesting. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Asuka defeated Zelina Vega by submission. Let's see, AJ Styles was on the Waller effect, talking about his world title match with Seth Rollins, so it looks like they're setting up a possible feud down the road for Grayson Waller. Here's something I thought I kind of found interesting I want to run by you. So, before we get into predictions, about the match with Rollins and AJ, you pointed something out, I believe last week, where you thought it would have been a better idea if all the attention goes to Seth, even on WWE television, like with with the vignettes and the interviews, and like we barely get one with AJ. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And then for this, it's like you have a lot of people gunning for AJ. You have Grayson Waller making his debut on the main roster and gunning for AJ, and then Karrion Kross randomly wants AJ in a match, which they taped SmackDown last Friday since they're going to Saudi Arabia on Saturday. So this Friday, SmackDown will be taped. So I'm just saying it's very telling on what they're doing with both of these guys. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, you can forget what I said last week, man. They're putting that title in Seth.
All right. I mean, I'm not going to hate it. I don't have any problem with them putting the title.
The only reason why I'm saying that is because why would they start a possible feud with AJ and Grayson Waller? Because if AJ wins the title, which is supposed to be for Raw, then Grayson Waller, he's not gonna go over. He's not a Raw wrestler. Well, at this fucking point, don't get me started on fucking Raw. At this point, I'm just gonna say this: the brand split sucks.
All right,
it sucks the way what they're doing already with this brand split. It sucks. So who knows? Maybe Grayson Waller can go to Raw and challenge AJ for the title, because apparently the brand split is not the fucking brand split right now.
All right. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, for all I know, they can make trades. That's probably the best thing I can think of. But after which,
if they do the trade, if they do a trade with, let's say AJ still wins and Grayson Waller is part of that package to get Cody over, or something random, like, I don't know, but that seems a little, I won't say too much work, but that seems a little bit too much work just to make it work.
Yeah, well, it is WWE. They don't follow their own rules. Street Profits defeated LA Knight and Rick Boogs via pinfall. I think I missed it. Let's see. There's a Cameron Grimes interview segment. Karrion Kross called out Styles. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn defeated Valentina Feroz and Yulisa Leone. on their main roster debut. Isla Dawn, oof, looking good. Let's see.
Very, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. She's very slutty like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not calling her a slut, but you know, she's very her mannerisms is very slutty like.
It's the same thing I say about Scarlett. She's very beautiful, and she's beautiful enough to be in Brazzers. That's usually what I say about. So I say that in the nicest way possible. I don't say that as a detriment. I say that as I think she's like just ridiculously and uncomfortably attractive. Right. That's how I put it. But yeah, Isla Dawn, that's as our friend John Draper would say, that's a good looking woman. And we got RJ. We got RJ in the house. What's up, RJ?
What's up? We talking about Isla Dawn and Brazzers?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's fit. I mean, considering that Isla Dawn, pogtastic booty, Jesus Christ.
I mean,
What's going on, guys? What's going on, chat? Hope you guys are doing good tonight. Drew, Justin.
What up?
You know, it's been a while, but I'm glad I was able to rise from the dead a little bit earlier this Wednesday evening to join you guys tonight.
Just like the Undertaker.
Just like the Undertaker, damn it.
Did you just wake up?
Like a good 30 minutes ago.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know it was at the last minute. I'm sorry about that, but just
no, you good. You didn't know. I'm not gonna hold that against you.
Ruben was gonna come on. Ruben is not feeling well, so he will not be joining us tonight.
Oh, okay.
Told him to take the night off and heal up. So Ruben, if you're listening, heal up. We want you back at 100%. But
absolutely.
Basically, we were just going over the news. It was kind of a slow news week, really nothing special. And then we were just reviewing shows and getting into predictions for this weekend. Very, very wrestling heavy weekend. But we just talked about SmackDown. Overall, what'd you think about SmackDown from last Friday before we get to Raw?
But before you continue, Sabu's on fucking Dynamite, man.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yep.
I'm fucking marking out over here, man. Oh, yeah, Sabu, baby.
But why, though?
The contract signed between Adam Cole and Chris Jericho. I don't know why he's out. I mean, I don't know why he's out there, but I think it's because I think the match is a. What kind of matches are they having? I forgot the type of match that they're having, but.
No, it's no rules.
Yeah, I know it's no rules. It's a fuck.
I'm pretty sure we'll find out with the predictions.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Once the predictions come, we'll have it there. But anyway.
Hey, sweet. But overall, RJ, what'd you think about SmackDown from last Friday?
I thought it was fine. One of my friends got to go to the double tapings the other night. Because it was in Columbia, so. Or as they like to say on TV, because for whatever reason, WWE doesn't love saying Columbia, South Carolina. They'll say the University of South Carolina instead.
That's weird.
So yeah, they were in the USC the other night, and they did a double tapings there. So, but overall, I thought it was fun. And then some of the footage I seen from this week's show rather looked like it was pretty fun too. It had some fun stuff on it. So,
you just mentioned.
By the way, yes, Maurice is absolutely correct. I like that Weapon X finisher tag team. Isla Dawn and Alba Fire there are becoming a really good team there. They have a lot of nice double team moves in that arsenal that more established tag teams don't even have.
Yeah,
like I like that backcracker into the Swanton. Even though, I mean, that could be, some wear and tear there. So I get why that doesn't finish off a lot of matches. But that double weapon X, that's a pretty fucking good move. I've never seen that.
B Sharp says it's a non-sanctioned. Thank you very much. Yeah, so non-sanctioned Sabu, that makes sense.
This is going to be the ref.
But
I wish I could have listened to that promo, but I have to figure a way to listen to it after this.
But let's
see what happened.
Let's move on to Raw. I only really saw the Cody stuff with Brock. I missed Raw because I was recording with Ruben on Monday for the Patreon, and I was watching the Nuggets beat the Lakers on Monday. Fuck the Lakers. But I just saw the clip, with Brock and Cody, and didn't really watch the rest of the show. Justin saying it wasn't really much to see. So, but
it
was pretty skippable. I mean, they were trying to build certain people up, but other than that, it was pretty skippable, I'd say.
Oh, it was more than skippable. It was the second worst Raw of the year. It was terrible. Terrible show. Okay? First and foremost, Cody. Good beat up backstage with Brock. Brock is one of the best ever to do a backstage beatdown, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, what happened to Cody? What was the major thing that happened to Cody, right? His arm got broken, right?
Not once, but twice.
His arm got broken, right? Okay, arm got broken, right? Why does WWE make their baby faces look like fucking like they have an IQ of a fucking lima bean, okay? He comes out with broken arm, right? No weapon. Why wouldn't you even the odds? You're not gonna beat up Brock Lesnar without any type of weapon. Oh, but he's a baby. Damn that baby face shit. If I was in that situation, and if I were to, let's say, break my arm, or the case may be, and I want to go get my revenge, I'm gonna bring something to even the playing field, because right now I'm at a handicap. And at this particular time, I would have brought a weapon out. Okay. And really, this whole feud right now, can someone, please explain to me, why did Brock Lesnar even attack Cody Rhodes? They still haven't fucking explained that. He has not came out on TV and explained that. It's been, how long has it been WrestleMania? Almost 2 months now since WrestleMania, probably getting close to that point.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, I still haven't had a fucking explanation.
Next week would be like a whole month.
It'd be like 2 months.
Whole 2 months.
Yeah, whole 2 months. Yeah, something like that. But so I have a fucking explanation. Is that so hard to get a fucking explanation on why Rock attacked Cody? Now they say on commentary, oh well, it's because he got because of where he was at on the WrestleMania cart. Well, fucking to me, it still doesn't make any fucking sense, because you will want Cody to beat Roman Reigns, because that's the only way you can challenge for the title, because you went up against Roman, and if you lost at SummerSlam, you would never ever get a fucking title shot again. So you would have want Cody to defeat Roman Reigns.
Yeah, she can get you another title shot.
Yes. Am I losing my mind here? Am I losing my fucking mind?
No,
you're not.
No, you're justified.
Okay,
you're justified. Yeah, no pun intended.
Let's Cody, that situation. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Let's move on to let's do the women's tag titles.
Have them right here.
Right? This is a good one, right? So, Liv Morgan injured, Dakota Kai injured. Get that right. Okay, you're gonna have a fatal 4-way. Or fair 4-way tag. Well, it's with eight of the best women to go up again on Raw. Right, this is on Raw next week, right? So you have Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, right, versus Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Then you have Raquel Rodriguez, and you're gonna have a mystery tag partner. Who's a mystery tag team partner?
Welcome to the ball pit. Gonna get your ass kicked.
Yeah, Shotzi, right? Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Cool.
Who's that tag team partner before the whole?
Yeah, no, that's great, right? Here's the fucking issue. She's on SmackDown.
but the thing that cancel that out is, don't the titles both bounce from Raw to SmackDown?
But the match is happening on Raw. You're gonna have a SmackDown talent or Raw talent team together. How's that make fucking sense?
I don't know.
I'm
trying to make sense of this just as much as you are.
They did, and then you're gonna throw in damage control because fuck it, and they're on SmackDown too. It's happening on Raw. Like if this was happening at Night of Champions, cool. Still kind of fucked up with one Raw person, one SmackDown person teaming together. Okay, that's still fucking whatever. I can kind of somewhat look past that. The logic gaps are fucking unreal on this fucking show.
Or what they could have done is they could have did like they did with the World Heavyweight Championship tournament. Have 2 matches, with 4 teams on SmackDown that do the same on Raw. Have them meet at the middle at Night of Champions. Voila. You got that. Even though at this point I'm an advocate of getting rid of the fucking titles to begin.
Thank you.
Fucking disaster.
So next we have the Viking Raiders versus Alpha Academy, right? Seems like a regular normal. It seems like a regular normal match, right? Here, there, home. But this is where the logic gaps really start to piss me the fuck off. Because you have Maxine Dupree last week saying, "Oh, Otis, I don't want you to do the worm or the caliper or wherever they're calling it, right?" But he does it in the match and she's clapping ringside. You also have Chad Gable, who for one reason or another was being told by Maxine Dupree that he's ugly and short. So she's managing Alpha Academy. Is she not part of the Maximum Male Models anymore? Did she leave that group? Is Chad a part of the Maximum Male Models? Can we get a fucking explanation on this?
Yeah.
Or am I asking pretty much? Am I bitching? Am I complaining? Am I, some of these geeks online will like to say, right?
No, you're not. You're just asking for. Tell me a coherent story.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me a coherent, consistent story. If she doesn't like him fooling around and dancing around, then why from week to week is she all for it all of a sudden? Did he dick her down good at the hotel last week that she just...
Oh, yeah!
There you go, baby.
Oh.
Come on, baby!
If that happened, just tell me. Just tell me. We're adults. The kiddies might not want to hear it, but hey.
So I got a couple more things here.
The title of tonight's episode was going to be called Justified. Credit goes to Kyle.
I got a couple more things here. What build-up have we had with Ali and Gunther?
Not a lot.
What build-up have we had with Ali and Gunther? Now Ali tried to call a promo backstage. Brock says,
"Get a life kid.
Get a fucking life kid." I'm sorry. Is this Triple H writing? This is Triple H writing, right? People are saying, "Oh no, Triple H wrote that." No. In all the times in NXT, when have you ever seen someone get buried like that blatantly? Very few and far in between. So that tells you that Ali. I mean, we knew that Ali wasn't going to win against Gunther anyway, but this just solidifies it 100%. Then you have Natty versus Rhea Ripley.
Oh,
They're trying to make Rhea Ripley, Natty, into a credible, a credible challenger. We know that she's gonna lose.
Justin, the only thing Natty is credible for is making us all go to the bathroom or change the channel.
There you go. But here's my issue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is Natty versus Rhea Ripley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. When are we gonna change the fucking titles? Are you gonna change the name of the titles? Are you gonna swap titles? It's been almost 2 months.
Somebody told me that.
Oh, not 2 months. I'm sorry, but it's been about getting close to a month now since the draft.
Right. Somebody told me that they might change the belts altogether.
I'm fine with that, but they should have had that prepared before, like with the Raw Heavyweight Championship. I mean, I may not agree with some of the things that they're doing with it, but you can tell that they have a vision for the World Heavyweight Championship. They have the tournament. You can see that vision. There's no vision with these women's championships. They could have been made a new name for the titles. They could have been made new championships if that was possible. But no, WWE wants to be fucking lazy about this shit because they have no idea what the fuck they're doing at all with the women's division.
And you know what? You know what, though? I'm not even going to blame Vince McMahon for getting involved.
Triple H has, I will say Triple H is weakest part of his regime so far is the women's division, period. Mm-hmm. Just in general.
The matches are good, but the build up to get there is motherfucker.
Which is weird to say because he was always like the catalyst in, women's wrestling in the past decade.
Right.
Half of the problem is these women that he's trying to just ain't over either.
Yeah.
Ain't over.
I mean, who has been over? I mean, it's like RJ, me and you and Monty on our show. Like we've all in agreement. Like the biggest, I guess, the most over star but the most over wrestler that's come back that's actually gotten over or gotten a reaction is fucking Chelsea Green.
Yeah,
because Chelsea Green has a character. She has layers. And the shit with her and Pierce is funny, and it's signature. It's something that the crowd can expect and follow along with from week to week. So, I'm if they're gonna have those tag team titles moving forward, I'm gonna need Chelsea Green to hold them. I don't care about Sonya Deville. I know Monty likes her and everything like that. Chelsea Green is just it for me.
Yeah. So if you're not Becky Lynch, Bianca Belair, Bailey,
Rhea.
Rhea, and I'm forgetting a fifth person, and it's kind of because there's 5. So Bianca, Bailey, Rhea.
Good.
I forgot Charlotte. Charlotte's the 5th one. If you're not one of those 5 women, you don't have no fucking direction.
Nothing.
Nope.
You have no direction whatsoever. You may get a little story here and there. You may get a little bone in there, but you have no direction. That is the 5 most important women on the roster. One who's not there free. One's basically the Roman Reigns of the women's division. That's Charlotte Flair because she ain't fucking there. Mm-hmm. She came back from a long ways out. Right? She did WrestleMania and she's gone again.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck are we doing? Right?
Mm-mm.
And last but not least, before we move on here, with the full detail of Raw, this fucking piece of shit, whatever's gonna be going on with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus, I don't give a fuck. Okay, you got Becky coming out again in these outlandishes, attire. When Vince was gone, she wasn't wearing that bullshit attire. She was just the man. She was cool and all that shit. Now she's wearing fucking hands over her fucking eyes and all this bullshit. You have Trish Stratus. God, I love her. I love her to death. I appreciate everything that she does. But this recent run of her has been dog shit. It's been terrible. She has put on good matches, like the matches, like her performance, but her promos, I'm sorry, they have to put in pipe in booze, fake booze, because no one's giving her a fucking reaction. And I mentioned this as well. No one wants to boo Trish Stratus. You know what I mean? Then you have Becky Lynch doing fucking barks like a fucking dog, like roof, like. Fucking kill me, man. Get this shit done and over with at Night Champions and move the fuck on, because ever since I would say we'll just say this. The Raws that we've been seeing lately, you can't tell me that these are the same Raws back in August.
Nope.
You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that whatsoever. Ever since the Endeavor acquisition, right? WWE TV in general has been lackluster. The only thing that really matters on SmackDown is the Bloodline. And you get good wrestling on there. I like SmackDown better because it's more digestible. It's 2 hours, right? But even at that, SmackDown hasn't been as good as it was either.
Mm-mm.
So that's my rant. And it's not to mention Apollo Crews coming back to get fed to Dominic Mysterio. He should have seen it in NXT if that was gonna be the fucking case.
You should have known they didn't have a plan for that guy.
I know, but it's still you couldn't put like a jobber out there. You mean to tell me that out of everybody on that roster, in his first match back he loses? You mean to tell me you couldn't put you couldn't put anybody else on there? Rick Moss? You know what I mean?
Moss, Rick Boogs. Isn't Rick Boogs a free agent?
No, I think
Elias?
he's on SmackDown. No, he got signed to SmackDown. Elias is a free agent. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I know.
Seth Drake,
or is he signed to SmackDown?
I have no idea.
I think he's a free agent. I think he's a free agent.
And sometimes I think WWE has no idea either. But
nope.
I just think that they need to come up with more coherent stuff. Hopefully, as they transition themselves into the Money in the Bank season, that we're going to get some compelling television and everything like that. Hopefully, fingers crossed. That show's going to be great too. I've been telling everybody for months, even if the TV shows have been lackluster or not as fulfilling as a wrestling fan, at least the pay-per-views have been a bright spot for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we got to see what they do. But yeah, I agree with a lot that Justin had to say. So
yeah, this is the JUSTINfied rant of the show. That's gonna be the title of tonight's episode. JUSTINfied. Credit goes to Kyle for that one. Rest of Raw: Bronson Reed defeated Ricochet. Zoe.
You know what, Drew? As you said that, that's some of the positives for me personally was that they were trying to build up certain people, like a Bronson Reed,
right?
Like Dominic Mysterio, even Finn Balor got to win over Nakamura.
Oh, don't get me started on that shit. I'm sorry. I'm
God.
sorry. But you have, granted, love them both. Why did that match need to happen? What was the outcome of that match? You booked yourself into a corner and one's going to look weaker than the other.
Because here's the thing. If Seth Rollins is winning the championship like most of us think he is, right? He's going to need heel contenders with some type of credibility underneath their belts in order to go up against them. I'm not saying that Finn Balor is going to be, but you have to think that he's going to be one of Rollins' first few challenges, right?
Absolutely.
So he's going to have some type of wins. Look, I didn't like the fact that they had them have the match and rush it on television. It could have been at a pay-per-view or something like that. I didn't like that fact either. But if the championship is going to a babyface, you got to build up some heels. You got to build up some heels that are credible enough to look Rollins dead in his eye and go, hey, I want that around your waist or on your shoulder.
They could put Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano. I mean, I guess Gargano's still injured, but it's just it's.
Haven't Balor beat him enough?
I'm just saying,
Beat him
man.
some more.
Balor, I would have been more okay with Balor versus Ricochet and Balor being Ricochet. Right. But if you're bringing back Nakamura as supposedly as new, not necessarily a new gimmick, but back to the King of Strong style, back to trying to build him up and make him a credible threat. That's not the way you do it. It's just not.
Right. I mean, I'm kind of with you on that, where it's just we're rebuilding Nakamura as NXT Nakamura, when he was actually over,
right,
and treated like someone important, and it's just we're gonna sacrifice him to Finn because reasons, and it's just
you couldn't do Finn versus the Miz. You do heel versus heels all the fucking time. So you don't think the Miz could have just Just take the fucking coup de grace and just. By the way, I'll still be complaining about it, but at least it wouldn't be fucking Nakamura in that situation.
I mean, here's what you could have done. Just have Nakamura feud with Judgment Day, and then eventually he gets to Damian at a pay-per-view. Have Nakamura beat Balor, and then eventually he wrestles Dom and he beats Dom. And then they can do a standoff with him and Rhea, where Rhea's doing the whole, you're not going to punch me. And that's when Nakamura does the whole, come on! That would be kind of funny. And then eventually he fights Priest at a pay-per-view. Like, I don't know, you could have done that, but just to sacrifice him to Finn because you pretty much booked yourself into a corner, it's like, that's bad business, in my opinion. The rest of the show, Zoe Stark defeated Candice LeRae. They're building up Zoe, so good. I like Zoe.
Zoe's bland. Good lord. She needs a gimmick.
She's bland, but she can wrestle, so, you know.
She can, but how did that work out for a lot of other girls that are bland and that can wrestle?
Oh, well, I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you 100% because this is fucking Vince McMahon's show now, so, you know.
Even if Triple H was running it, like...
Zoe Stark's going to be wearing a fucking duck costume in the next couple months.
Good lord.
Zoe Duck?
Yeah.
Is that going to be her new name?
Zoe Quack.
Zoe Quack, she just comes out. Quack, quack. Raquel defeated Sonya Deville. The main event on the show was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and Matt Riddle defeating Imperium, which you're going to debut Gunther on Raw and you're going to have him lose. I mean, granted, pretty sure he didn't take the pin. Who took the pin?
No.
I think it was Vinci, yeah.
Still, I mean, like, you're going to have him debut on the show and you're going to have him lose? I just, whatever. I mean, just don't have the match.
He did fuck over Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens last week. They fucked him over, so the babyface had to get their comeuppance on them. So
yeah, true. And honestly, Imperial they've been looking, as far as like the tag team, like they've been looking pretty shitty. Not as far as they're in ring, but just like the way they're portrayed on TV.
The whole tag team division looks like shit right now.
It's bad, man. It's really bad.
Until they fucking separate these tag team titles. Or fucking combine them already.
I don't even know if that's gonna fucking help because if they're God, man, like in a perfect world, I will have one women's division, one women's title, one tag title. So that way the women can cross between brands all they fucking want because they're doing the shit anyway, right? And the tag teams can cross between brands as well. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man.
Imagine that shit.
This is not good.
Charlotte Flair as the sole women's champion again?
Boy.
Oh my god, you're never gonna hear the end of it. Bianca on a long women's championship run? Get the fuck out of here. That's why, you know, I've been against unifying titles and stuff like that in the past because this is the WWE we're talking about here. They love their fucking long ass, boring, drawn out title reigns, man. That's why I was so against Roman Reigns them unifying it last year because I knew the shit was gonna happen, and then lo and behold, a year later, we got to create a new belt just so that we can not talk about or think about Roman Reigns.
I mean, I see it both ways. I mean, because there's obviously pros and cons to both.
Right, definitely.
You know, but I don't even know. I honestly don't even fucking know right now. Because the show gives me a fucking aneurysm.
But let's move on from Raw.
No, AEW did not do this.
What happened?
Garcia versus Roddy Strong.
The battle of the bland.
The charisma.
Bland Senior versus Bland Junior. But let's move away from Raw.
I love Roderick Strong, but Jesus Christ.
Let's move away from Raw and let's go to NXT, which again I missed, and you start paying more attention to NXT. Lyra Valkyria defeated Cora Jade in a semifinals tournament for the NXT Women's Championship. Either you guys catch this match?
Yeah, it was super short. Like it was super short. It was probably like not even 5 minutes. But Lyra won, and after the match, Cora Jade attacked Lyra in the leg with her Kindle stick, her makeshift Kindle stick, and looks like Lyra's gonna sell a knee injury going into Battleground.
Already planting the seeds for her out when she loses on Sunday. You gotta love it.
Dabba-Kato, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I'll say his next match was Dabba-Kato defeating Axiom.
Yeah, and Reggie came out, so
Yeah, he did. And the crowd wanted Axiom and Reggie to hug it out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, though they want Axiom and Axiom and Reggie. I thought you said Dabakato to hug it out, but yeah. I mean, I don't know how this is going to. I honestly don't really like Dabakato being a part of this here, because it's kind of weird. But at the same time, though, as well, they're trying to do something with him. And Dabakato didn't look bad. He didn't look bad at all.
No, he doesn't.
He has a nice sit down double choke double hand choke slam. So not too bad.
Really good. Yeah, Dabakato, he doesn't look like a da-da-da anymore, like Kevin Castle and them like to say. Like, he doesn't look like he's lost anymore. Like, and he looks badass with a facial hair. See, facial hair can do a man so much good. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a badass now.
Yeah.
Whereas before he had no facial hair, I'm like, look at this big goof. What the fuck? Now he looks like a badass, man. And he's improving.
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Gotta give him credit. And my theory on this whole thing, Reggie came back. He's going to try to fuck over Axiom and try to take his mask. I'm willing to.
Yeah. Reggie didn't have his mask either, so I guess he's just Reggie again. So
yeah, he's Reggie again, and he's gonna try to take Axiom's mask, and he's gonna be A-Kid again too.
There you go. Hey. I actually like Axiom versus the whole A-Kid. But you know what I know. but you know what? Honestly, he may need to take off the mask to actually, like, you know, because Axiom ain't gonna win a WWE championship.
No,
and neither is someone named A-Kid. Maybe they just change his name to something else. But
yeah, something
Axiom, A-Kid, whatever. I knew how good he was in NXT UK, and he's gotten even better in NXT. So
yeah, no, I mean, I'll give him credit. He took the Axiom gimmick and he made it the best that he could, given what he was given. Like, he's one of those guys that really polished his turd up really nicely and turned it golden. So, yeah, props to him for that.
Next match, you had Tyler Bate defeating Eddie Thorpe.
Eddie Thorpe's good. Tyler Bate's good. I mean, I like Eddie Thorpe's how he pays, you know, not necessarily tribute, but pays homage to his Native American roots. So, yeah,
I like that too.
Next match,
little prance he does to the ring. Yeah, he's got swagger.
And you also I don't know if this is next or anything, but you missed the Gallus promo with the Creed brothers and basically all night on NXT. Tony D was in a interrogation room, and Tony D's going to jail, guys. He's going to the big house.
Who do you think tipped him off? Who do you think took the got him in trouble?
I don't know, man. Maybe it was probably Gallus.
I was thinking Gallus too, but somebody put the idea in my head. What if Stax is really a cop this whole entire time? Like, oh my god,
that would be fucking hilarious.
That would be hilarious too. Yeah,
that would be hilarious. Comes back.
They were really trying to take Tony D down the whole entire time.
So apparently, they a little bit later on the show. Well, basically, we're gonna get the Creeds versus Gallus at Battleground for the tag titles, but backstage, Stack said, hey, if you need somebody in your corner, I could be there. Then, the Creeds said, hey, we've been burned before many times, with people in our corner. But if the Creeds win, then he promised that him and Stax and Tony D will get a tag team title shot. So that's something to look out for.
Yeah.
All right, next match, Nathan Frazier defeated Noam Dar.
I love these two. Yeah, I love Noam Dar. I love the Heritage Cup. I love Nathan Frazier. Like, these guys are fucking great wrestlers. It was a damn good match. Nathan Frazier's a fucking madman. He's so fucking quick in the ring. So
yes, he is. And I like the fact that they added layers to him as a performer by giving him his own show. Right. I like that. And I don't know what you think about this, Justin, because Noam Dar was asking Ora Mensah for some help backstage. I was thinking last night on the way to the store, I was like, what if they brought in his real-life girlfriend, Aaliyah James? That girl is so cute, by the way. If anybody's ever seen Aaliyah James, that girl is very, very cute. Her and Noam Dar together as a heel couple, I think that could be pretty fucking good.
I think so too. I'm not
so good,
sure.
by the way.
What's that?
Noam Dar is so fucking good, man.
He is good. He's really good. Like I remember him versus Zack Sabre Jr. in the Cruiserweight Classic. Just fucking great match. Great. Like, do you remember the spot at the end with Sabre Jr. doing that submission and like he like puts, like he fucking like I thought he popped his shoulder out of the socket, man.
Yeah, when he did like the Ring of Saturn.
With the legs. Yeah, with the legs. Yeah, it was.
Oh man, his shoulder looked. But Noam Dar sold that shit like definitely. He kept on headbutting the shoulder.
Yeah.
That was awesome, bro.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Zack Sabre Jr. He's so fucking good, bro. Like but Noam Dar deserves his credit on that too, because he sold that shit like death, bro.
But yeah, no, that match, Frazier and Noam Dar was very good, and we'll see more from them. I hope that Nathan Frazier is he's one to be like a North American champion over the next year or so. So hopefully, he gets that. But he was trained by Seth Rollins too as well. Who knows? He may get called to the main roster without like actually winning a title. So
yeah, could be.
I mean, he's that good already. So
yeah, he is.
Next was a video package hyping up Carmelo Hayes returning to his hometown in Lowell for Battleground. I thought it was pretty. I actually did watch that. It was pretty nice. The hometown boy. He was at a Celtics game, taking a picture with Donnie Wahlberg. He was on local news, and I mean, just again, I know RJ likes to remind me all the time about what I referred to him as before as being very generic. He never lets me forget it. But
Drew Yari was so upset that Escobar didn't get the North American Championship that he just went ballistic. He called Carmelo Hayes bland and generic. People, it's crazy.
Once upon a time, but I've come around. This guy's money, Melo's money. He's a star. He has it, and I thought it was good package. Hyping up the hometown boy. But what'd you guys think?
Yep, same thing.
Yeah, looked good. Him making the rounds, making his appearance feel important. Yeah, like definitely that's what the champion should be doing, right?
Absolutely.
So, I like that. I definitely like that, and I like Carmelo Hayes in the spot right now. He's been given the ball and he's definitely shooting it, man, and he's scoring. So props to him. One of the best that they have in that brand right now.
Next, you had Hank Walker defeating Tank Ledger. Before you guys talk about the match, because I didn't watch. What is Hank Walker's gimmick?
I have no idea.
he's just the everyday guy who wrestles, but before that he was a security guard. So, but he's not a security guard no more. So
Yeah, I mean,
but even at that, not everyone has to have a gimmick in wrestling either. So he doesn't to me. Hank Walker doesn't really have a gimmick per se.
Yeah, I like the interesting take they went down to establish, to introduce him to the audience by having him be a security guard turned into a wrestler. I thought that aspect of it was very interesting. Yeah, but I guess you're right. Not everybody has to have a gimmick, as long as they're somewhat charismatic.
Well,
they can talk,
I mean that wasn't the point I was really making. It was more just like from what I've seen him do. Like he just comes out wearing like the t-shirt and the jeans. I'm like, so if he has a gimmick,
well, he doesn't wear that no more. He's been wearing a singlet. He's been doing that for it's been like 2 months now, something like that, close to that.
Yeah, because Drew Gulak was like, if you want to be a real wrestler, you gotta have wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next, you had Gigi Dolan come out and talk about.
Hold on. Pause for a second. Hold on.
All right.
The Hank and Tank had their match.
Mm-hmm.
The right man went over.
Yep.
The Braun Breaker comes in, the motherfucker.
He
kills both of them with spears.
He speared the fuck out of Tank Ledger, man.
Oh my god, he killed him. It was over. And the Braun Breaker. I mean, His beard game is tough right now too. Like he looks like a badass, bro. This is everything I've ever wanted for this guy, man. He shouldn't have been the bubblegum paint by numbers baby face. He should have been this guy the whole entire time.
It's good that they turn him heel. Jesus Christ, man, I hate Twitter. I'm sorry, but it's good that they turned him heel. Prior before he came out to the main roster.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with that. He could be Notorious Braun Breaker because he's just killing everybody with a spear. My God. Oh, man. Tank turned around. He saw his man go down. He turned around, looked at Braun Breaker. Boom! It was too late. Got caught. I'm like, damn. This is fucking awesome. He's on one right now.
Love him.
He's definitely on one right now.
Love him as a heel. Again, he just needs to spend a weekend with Uncle Scotty, dye his hair blonde, come out with a tiger, some freaks, and a lead pipe. And it's not a lead pipe. I just remember Lance Storm just like talking about when he saw Scotty with the lead pipe. He's like, Scotty, you're already intimidating as is. Why do you need a lead pipe? But next, Gigi Dolan comes out, gets on the mic, and then JC comes out, talks a little bit of shit, and they both make a match for next week, a steel cage match, but weaponized. So we got that to look forward to next week.
Yeah, I thought the stage was fine. I thought it was good.
Yep.
Gigi fell unlocked. She fell unlocked there, and JC went back and forth. They had a good back and forth. This match just got to be good. It's got to be good. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I'm just glad both women are healthy due to recent scares. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I know Gigi's been having shoulder problems, and I think JC's had shoulder problems too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I mean, she's been having to carry. She's been having to carry all that ass. Like Jesus.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker for sure. But
for sure.
But
for sure.
Yeah, I just hope they can get to it and have a good match to cap off this feud.
I mean, you can have your cake and eat it too.
Oh, definitely. That's how I feel when I look at Gigi.
Next is, I'm pretty sure this is Justin's favorite match of the night. Luca Crucifino versus Von Wagner.
What? Oh man, like the fact that he doesn't have all the fucking titles in in wrestling, like the fact that they all the titles in fucking wrestling, period, man. Like it's a fucking travesty, man. Like AEW, fucking WWE, GCW, Impact, IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. You know what I mean? Bring back the original ECW title, WCW, AWA. You know what I mean? He'll go back in time and become the first World Heavyweight Champion, Big George Hackenschmidt. Fuck you, Bruno Sammartino. Von Kali's champion for the fucking past 100 years, you motherfucker.
On Tuesday.
Von Kali! He did a nice little powerbomb to the lawyer fucker.
Oh yeah, he got him good. That was good.
The match ended in disqualification.
He's starting to get over. As a babyface, the crowd was wanting him to do shit one more time. They was chanting, "Von's gonna kill you," and Von's starting to get.
I don't want to hear any of these fake fans. You always like Von Wagner. No, you haven't, bitch. No, you haven't.
I think me, Justin, and Logan have been the only three guys that's ever celebrated Von Wagner. So.
They're going to India. WWE's going to. Get him and Great Khali in a tag team. Do it. Oh God, just fucking do it, man.
Justin's gonna come all over himself.
The Khali's versus the Usos. And we'll really see who's down since day one-ish.
You know, the only way you can make that match a whole lot more sweeter as if it was on the inside of a Punjabi prison.
Oh God!
Hey, RJ, don't kill Justin, okay?
Punjabi prison kill from hell match. I want to see some fucking Rottweilers.
Justin's got him a boner for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Main event. Tiffany Stratton defeating Roxanne Perez to advance to the finals. Tiffany Stratton won with her triple jump moonsault. I did see that. That's always impressive when she does that.
The prettiest moonsault ever.
And then afterwards, a hooded individual attacks Roxanne Perez. And
Blair Davenport.
Yeah, I recognize that, but them butt cheeks.
Yeah, fucking Blair Davenport, Bea Priestley, former Mrs. Will Ospreay attacked Roxanne.
Yeah.
Maurice is saying, is Stratton a fan of Christopher Daniels? I guess because of her moveset?
Yeah. I don't even know if she knows who Christopher Daniels is. Well, she probably knows now.
Who's Christopher Daniels? Is that like somebody's uncle, or like she probably? I don't know. I mean, she's a lot smart. She's a lot smarter than we give her credit for. So I don't even think.
I didn't say she was dumb.
Well, no, I'm saying that about myself. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's not that dumb. Like she gets it. But so that was NXT, and then we'll move on to Night of Champions predictions. All right, here we go. So
you forgot the blow off, or not the blow off, but the ending angle there with Dijak and
Oh yeah, Dijak and Dragon up. Oh my god, that match on Sunday is gonna be fucking.
Oh my god! Speaking of coming in pants, I might come in mine. Watch
that right there. If executed right, that may be a top 3 match of the weekend.
I was just telling somebody that earlier. Because the intensity between these two fucking guys, oh my god. Jesus.
Yeah, and their match a couple weeks ago in NXT was fucking great too, so.
It was. Really good.
Very highly intense.
I mean, I like Ilya. Ilya's great. Dijak, again, me and RJ love his new gimmick for different reasons. But, I mean, from the way it sounds, it'll be a great match. It'll be a really hard-hitting match. And, somebody's wife is going to get fucked. That's all I'm going to say. But anyways.
Yeah, of course.
Saturday, Night of Champions, May 27th, at the Jeddah Superdome in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. There are, how many matches? 7 matches so far. And let me just start from the top. You have, matter of fact, I'll just start from the bottom. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus in a singles match.
Oh my god.
Oh god, Justin, I don't want to say.
I'm not even gonna rant about it. I'm just gonna predict Becky Lynch is gonna win. There's no reason why Becky should lose, for one, and also 2, who gives a fuck about this match?
Oh god, he's gonna make me say it. They're gonna continue this. They're gonna continue this feud.
Yep.
I didn't want to say it, but I gotta say it. They're gonna continue this feud. Trish is gonna win this fucking match.
You know what? You're right.
I agree with you, by the way.
I'm just overcome with emotion right now. I'm gonna change my prediction to Trish. Yeah.
Right. And I agree with you. Trish Stratus should not be a heel right now. Nobody asked for that. Mm-mm. There was no high demand for that. Like, you could have had these two have a fucking dream match. You could have built it around this instead of them having a blood feud that is anything but blood. Right. It's just ridiculous, man.
Zero interest.
Gonna win this joint.
Zero interest. This is going to be a sloppy match, and there's going to be a sloppy finish.
Well, I can agree to that point. But I think it will be a sloppy finish there. Not the kind of sloppy finish we're all used to, if you get what I mean.
Hi-oh! But it's gonna continue to the next pay-per-view, and then it's gonna blow off at SummerSlam. So
I'm gonna blow by then too.
Yeah, Cinnamon. But speaking of no semen, Rhea Ripley versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Rhea Ripley's gonna win.
Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, she's gonna put Natty through the mat. Filler match for Rhea Ripley's long ass title reign. That's gonna continue all the way to next year.
How much you bet where Rhea puts her in the what's her submission move?
The prison trap.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about. I don't fucking know what you want to call it.
I think it's called the prism trap. That's what they call it.
How much you bet Natalya does that over the top selling where it sounds like it got into the wrong hole? Is what I usually call it.
I can see because Natty's good for that. I can see that. I can see that happening. It's gonna happen.
TJ, you put it in my ear. I don't know what I just said. Next is Bianca Belair versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship.
Asuka's gonna use her miss, blinds Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair's gonna hit a blind KOD, and she wins.
Ironically, I think Justin's on to something there with that booking. I can just picture that too.
It's gonna happen.
I can picture that shit too. And it's just like, and then what? Who does Bianca face next? She's beating everybody. Who?
Man, she's the Raw's Women's Champion. She's on fucking SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean,
we
got. I mean, that's one problem, but we got bigger fucking issues. Who the fuck is going to challenge this bitch next?
I don't know.
She dogged out Bailey 3 times. About to dog out Asuka twice. Like who is there? Who's there left?
B-Fab.
B-Fab. Oh, good lord.
I swear, you know it. I swear to God, if we see Lacey Evans,
bet on me.
God, man,
I'll stop doing that. Oh my God, they love.
If Lacey Evans was Phoenix Marie, then that different story.
I mean, you got Charlotte Flair. That's the only other one.
Oh but God. They're saving that for WrestleMania next year. I'm willing to bet.
I know, but like, why would you have this rematch so fucking soon? They got to bring up someone from NXT, man.
Especially since Asuka hadn't had a chance to get over that loss, really. So it's just like
the Dakota Kai being injured kind of threw a monkey wrench into it because I think she could have had a shot too.
Right.
Yeah, this is fucked, man.
This is a disaster.
This is so fucked because you got Shotzi, you got Zelina. Who? Tamina?
Oh God, kill me now.
Mish will love that. Mish will love that.
Mia Yim, yeah, cool. I mean, Mia Yim's not gonna win, but
at least the match would be fine, and I think the promos would be pretty good too between the two.
SmackDown's women's division fucking sucks. Now y'all know why I want one fucking women's title, because this shit ain't this for the fucking birds, mate. Oh my God. I mean, you got Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, but they're a tag team.
They're a tag team, and I want them as far away from that shit as much as possible.
So just have Roman go take the title off of her.
Shit, or I could be the man for the job. Montez Ford might not like me after this, but something's got to be done about this. And then I'll get down the middle of the ring and let Shotzi pin me. Come on out here, Shotzi.
Roman's just like, I'm going to go to Bianca Belair. I'm going to smash her. Paul Heyman, but you're not in the women's division. And the Roman's just like doing the Birdman hand rub.
Yeah, he's going to change his name to Romina.
Romina Reigns. Ooh-ah. Ooh-ah.
Doon. Next is Gunther versus Mustafa Ali for the Intercontinental Championship.
Gunther's winning.
Gunther.
It's gonna be a good match. I'll say this. I'll add a little to it. Gonna be a good match. Gunther's winning though, so
yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
And he
shouldn't lose. He shouldn't lose.
He's just gonna smack the shit out of Ali for 5 minutes straight. I'm fine with that. So Gunther.
I'm good with that too.
Here are the triple main events coming up. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships.
All right, finally we can talk about something.
Fuck finish.
So this can go both ways. First and foremost, I'm gonna include Cody and Brock here for a second. The more I think about it, the more that I feel that I'm wrong about Cody now walking out as champion at WrestleMania. WWE could have done a better job of building him up for WrestleMania. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is that if Cody would have won, that would be a perfect situation for Cody versus Brock. That would be his very good first feud. And this could have been a perfect outlier for Roman to get to get another title with Solo Sikoa. And that'll be the tag team titles. So the Usos is going to be involved. 100% they're going to be involved. The question is that how is it going to pan out? Are the Usos going to help the Bloodline? Or are they going to not help the Bloodline? It depends what happens. SmackDown, I know it's tape, but I gotta see how it plays off on TV. It really depends what happens on SmackDown and what the final go home segment is and how that's gonna work. But for now, I'm gonna say that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is gonna win this match, though. If the Bloodline, Jesus Christ, if the Bloodline wins the tag team titles, that means that's another title that Roman doesn't have to defend. That means he'll be carrying 4 titles. I just don't see that.
Yeah.
And if you have the tag team titles basically off TV now, where are these tag teams like Alpha Academy, like, Maximum Male Models and, the Club? Where are they fighting for? Absolutely fucking nothing. So they need something to fight for, and those are the tag team titles, and it will be one of the worst booking decisions that WWE can possibly make. I'm being dead serious. I'm not saying that, just because we're in the moment. This could be one of the worst booking decisions that WWE will make over the past 5 years. Period. Because it's not needed, it's not necessary. You can move the story along without the tag team titles being involved in the Bloodline. I get the story that they're telling, but again, it doesn't need to be involved. And also this way, this could have Sammy and KO get their revenge on Roman too at the same time, so you can close that story out.
I mean, you can kind of, when they announce the match, you can kind of already see the finish coming, especially everything that's been going on with the Usos. Is that Roman's going to tell the Usos, stay back. We got this, but the Usos still come out, and they think they're helping, and then they inadvertently cost, Roman and Solo the match, and that corresponds to supposedly at, I think, Money in the Bank, which is next month. Is Money in the Bank next month? Is that the main event is going to end up being the Usos versus Solo and Roman, or that's going to be a match. I don't know if it's going to be the main event, which sounds like it could be the main event. I don't know, but that's obviously what's going to happen. I mean, Solo's more likely going to take the pin. And, because, are they really going to give Roman 2 more titles? It's not going to happen.
No, never say no with WWE, man. They I know they're at least contemplating it. That's for fucking sure.
God, I hope not. But, yeah, I smelled a fuck finish from a mile away as soon as they announced the match, but that's just my opinion. RJ.
Yeah, like you guys said, definitely can go both ways. I just see the Usos fucking it up for Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa by accident, and then we're gonna move on to next month and the shenanigans there. But I don't see Roman Reigns carrying around 4 belts. That's a little ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous, but it's not totally unheard of. But I just don't see it happening. I think Roman Reigns, before he loses anything, he's got to lose it all around him. I've been saying it ever since WrestleMania. He's got to lose it all before he loses those championships. And that means his bloodline. He's got to lose his bloodline. Heyman's optional. but he's got to lose the Usos, Solo. He's got to lose those guys first before he eventually takes that fall. So,
kind of looks like that's where we're going.
Yeah, right.
So Roman Reigns has been blaming everybody else for the Bloodline's downfall, but at the end of the day, he's the reason why the bloodline will fall. It's all Roman. So there you go.
And because RJ, before you got on, I had mentioned what happened on SmackDown when Roman left. He bumped into Solo, and then he had that look of like worry that he bumped into Solo because, you know, deep down he's kind of, it seems like he's scared of Solo, like he doesn't want to fuck with him because he knows Solo isn't afraid to, like, you know, hit him back.
Solo is like, that reminded me of Triple H and Batista from back in the day. Triple H did everything he could to try to avoid Batista. And they just, I don't know, when that happened, I saw that, I'm like, that just gives me Triple H and Batista vibes from 05.
I mean that's similar, but it was kind of different because Triple H wasn't afraid to, like, get in Batista's face and tell him something, whereas Roman seems like he's afraid to tell Solo something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't hate it, but it was one of those things I'm like, well, that's random, but that's interesting because it sets up a future match down the line.
Well, they've been teasing tension. Well, not tension directly, but they've been teasing something there between the two. Like, even when Solo, the end of that WrestleMania commercial, the Goodfellow one that they did, you know, Solo talked back to him towards the end of it. So, you know, like, obviously they're going to be doing something there between the two.
It's weird that he...
Don't know, but it's going to happen.
It's weird that he's silent. I mean, it works for him because he's, you know, the big silent, you know, brooding guy that's more of the muscle. But it's like the guy can talk. Like, he was in NXT. Like, he could actually talk.
Yeah, he's cutting promos very, very much like his brothers. And more of a, you know, trash talky, you know, I'm going to get inside your face type thing, you know? So he can definitely talk. I was looking at one of his promos from NXT sometime last week. And as a matter of fact, the promo he was cutting on Carmelo Hayes and Grayson Waller about how he got next and how he was going to be the new North American champion, you know, if Melo give him his match. So, yeah, no, Solo can talk. But sometimes less is more. And the fans are going to probably love Solo Sikoa a whole lot more whenever he does start talking. So, that's good. You don't blow your load all at once.
Right.
I mean, I do, but you know.
But so let's move on to the next match: Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar singles match.
Brock's gonna win. I think this may unfortunately go into SummerSlam. So I think this may go to SummerSlam possibly.
You don't think
Money in the Bank? Oh, maybe they'll do it again, Money in the Bank, but you know, but I don't know.
I mean, I think it can go to Money in the Bank. I mean, because Brock's been very active on WWE television lately. Like, usually it'll be a thing of, like, you know, Brock's back, but then he'll be gone for 3 weeks. Like, lately he's been more active. So, I mean,
he's been on just about every week since this thing really started.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind it going to, like, Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank's going to be in London, and you know, you need your big stars, and Roman's more than likely going to be there. So why not Brock and Cody? I mean, it would make more sense if it's, you know, the rubber matches at Money in the Bank.
Brock's winning.
Well, no, I know he's winning this match.
Oh, I know. I just don't want. I'm sick of this fucking feud, man. Ever since, let's say, ever since this feud has started, Cody has been. I'm sorry, man. Like, he's, like, I may be the only one. I don't give a shit, but he is declining more and more and more. He's still getting the crowd reaction. I'm not saying that he's not popular. I'm not saying that he's getting good crowd reaction. I still want Cody to succeed. It's just that the way he's being portrayed on TV Cody in AEW, Cody was smart. He was he did take unnecessary risks, but he was smart. He didn't look stupid. WWE Cody, at this particular point in time, at least, he's looking like one of the dumbest baby faces I've ever seen in my life. So,
could it be a thing of blind rage? Because that's what I was thinking. Because somebody else was talking to me about it too. I'm like, why are they making him look dumb? I said, well, is it maybe perhaps blind rage?
If that's the case, then he's had moments in AEW before where he was that pissed off and he didn't do that.
Or Malachi Black and setting himself on fire and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, he always have, like, a plan. Like, he'll come out and attack him, and he wanted to fight. But, like, if he had a broken arm, like, he wouldn't come back out, like, in the next, 15 minutes and try to, like, fight him again. Like, they'll come prone backstage the next week, be like, hey, you know what, Tony? Hey, I have a broken arm. I want to get back at Malachi, but, just right now, I don't know if that's the best time, but be sure enough, whenever I'm ready, whenever I'm fully recovered, I'll sure enough to be attacking Malachi. You know what I mean? Something like that. No, WWE is like, no, I get my arm broken, then 15 minutes later, I'm going to come out and get put in the Kimura lock, then another, 10 minutes later, I'm trying to, it's like, fuck, man, they try to bring in Triple H to make us care more, and it's really, I don't really care. I don't care about this feud.
That was by design, actually. What if Triple H has been behind this whole thing?
He may have. I don't know. He may have, but it's just to me that whether if Triple H is behind this, or if it's Vince, or if it's half and half, I still don't like it. Regardless, yeah, man. The faster that they're done with this storyline, the better. Get Cody onto something else, man. I just get Cody on something else. Like this is not it. This is not the Cody that we envisioned. Like, did anyone envision him coming out of WrestleMania, win or lose? Did anybody envision this for Brock Lesnar? I asked for adversity. I didn't ask for this bullshit. I just asked for some adversity. I didn't ask for broken arms and fucking, like, getting screwed out of, title shots, and I'm not asking for that.
I mean, isn't that adversity?
It is, but it is one of those things where it's one of those things where it's lazy. It's lazy. Hey, you want to try and get, you want to try and make this feud epic? Call Brock Lesnar. When it's not needed. They could have done this way about a whole nother way. Like, if you enjoy the storyline, hey, you know what? God bless you. If anyone enjoys the storyline, then hey, God bless you. It's not for me. It's not what I anticipated, right? What I mean by adversity is like, okay, if Cody were to go up against Brock Lesnar, this is how I would have set it up, right? Of course, have Brock Lesnar kind of beat up Cody or whatnot. I was okay with that beatdown, even though I was kind of questioning. I was like, okay, but I'm okay with the beatdown. You want to know how you set up adversity? You have Brock beat Cody the very first match. You have Brock beat Cody the very first match, and have Cody start questioning himself. He's like, man, everything's going, bad for me. I came back and, I tore my pec, and and I came back and won the Royal Rumble. I was on the high. Then I lost against Roman. Then now I'm going against Brock Lesnar, and I lost against Brock Lesnar. I don't know if I have it no more. I don't know if I was meant to win the world title. Then you start creating that story where it's like, oh shit, Cody's down himself. Oh shit, Cody. I don't know if Cody can beat Brock Lesnar. Then he comes back. Maybe they could have done like an injury angle or something like that. Then he comes back maybe about a month or two later, challenge Brock Lesnar again, and then he beats Brock Lesnar. He slays the beast. Then from there, you can start building Cody back up from the bottom and going on up and maybe challenge for the world title, or maybe get traded to SmackDown or wherever the case may be. But what they're doing here is this is not the way. It's too overbooked. They're trying to make it too epic. They're trying to make it too close to him tearing his pec. They want to show Cody as being tough. Oh, he's tough. Oh, he's so tough, right? When he tore his pec, that was genuine. It was a genuine action because it was real. Now they're trying to kayfabe it as him breaking his arm, because guess fucking what? if Cody breaks his arm, right? He goes up against Brock Lesnar. Let's say he beats him here at Night Champions, even though I don't think he does. But let's say he beats him. Then what? He has a broken arm. Does he take time off? Does he go away for a while? Or does he just keep wrestling with a fucking broken arm every week? And he comes up every week doing the wall with one arm. And you have his opponents keep attacking his arm. Then magically, a month later, his arm is magically better. I'm sorry, I just don't like this.
Yeah, I mean, on paper, this should have been a lot more interesting than it was. Because I wasn't a fan of their Backlash match. I mean, partly because you had Bad Bunny come out here and he's basically God in Puerto Rico. Yeah. And then you have this match main event, and it's just like, they did the best they could. They tried to tell a good story, but it's just, it didn't hit its mark. And the ending was just very odd. It was a very odd ending. So, I agree with your points. If you really want Cody to have adversity, have him lose. But then there's going to be the people that think, well, Cody's getting buried. It's like...
Well, those people are not worth my time because they don't know fucking wrestling, so...
Apparently not. I mean, they don't, really. But it's just like, yeah, Brock's going to win it. Plain simple, Cody's going to... The whole point of the match is Cody has one arm, and eventually Brock's going to win, and then they're going to have their rubber match at Money in the Bank, more than likely. Yeah. So... and the next match, what I'm assuming is the main event, the final for the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth freaking Rollins versus AJ Styles.
Oh, no, this is going to main event? I think it's definitely the Bloodline. Either they are opening up or they're closing, but regardless, though, I want AJ to win. And maybe before last Friday, I will predict AJ to win. But I'm going to predict Seth. But if AJ wins, great. I just think that with the whole... with other people challenging him, right? I mean, I know he's going against Karrion Kross on Friday. I mean, if you guys want to see the results, they're online already. But
I've seen it.
Yeah, so there's that. But Grayson Waller is the wild card here. I'm not saying that he's not going to interfere in the match or anything like that. I hope not. I hope they don't fly him all the way out to Saudi Arabia just to do an interference spot. That'll be kind of stupid. That'd be really stupid, actually. But to me, though, I just think that, they just kind of did a dead giveaway. But they're in a perfect position right now to have AJ Styles win, to do a trade for AJ Styles and the OC and Mia Yim in a trade for Cody Rhodes to get Cody back on SmackDown for Roman. And it doesn't affect the Brock feud because Brock is a free agent too. So, but I think Seth's gonna win this.
I mean, I'm with you. Where it's just like either way, I'm fine with it because I love AJ. I'm a fan of Seth. My whole thing is just I think it's just too obvious that Seth is gonna win. And I mean, I know it's WWE. WWE every now and then likes to throw a monkey wrench into things, and maybe Seth shooting the movie might come into play. But then again, he's not playing a huge role in the movie, as far as I know. But I just think it's too obvious that he's gonna win. So
I hope I'm wrong. I hope the AJ does win. But yeah,
and it seems like they want to reward AJ. I mean, because he missed the Rumble, he missed Mania. And he's AJ. He's AJ freaking Styles. The guy's a physical freak. The guy's an athletic freak for like being in his mid-40s. And, I would love to see AJ win the title. But if Seth wins it, I'll be happy. I'll be just as happy. But I'm going to go with AJ because I just think it's too obvious that Seth is going to win. RJ.
Yeah. Oh boy. I'm with you guys in a sense where either way I win because I like both guys. Like Seth Rollins is just as hot as he was a few years ago, if not hotter. due to the theme song, and among him just putting on good work and stuff like that. AJ Styles coming off of injury, missed a lot of time, but doesn't look like he's missed a beat. And I definitely agree with your point there of AJ Styles is a fucking freak, bro, and he's not showing any signs of slowing down. So
give me 1 second.
I think that you guys are right. It's too obvious if Seth wins it, but I think he's gonna get it. That they're gonna reward him for really finding his way, still sticking with the company, and for putting up with a lot due to Roman Reigns being on the other side. So I just think that Seth's gonna get it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean,
I'm back.
I mean, either way. Now, if AJ wins, to me so far, they haven't really done anything well to make sense of titles and top one title being on one brand that shouldn't be on, and things like that. For all we know, if AJ wins, they may have AJ on SmackDown with this world title for a month or something like that before they even make a fucking change.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so
Not wrong.
yeah. So I don't know, but I'm going with Seth. I'm going with Seth. He deserves it. I mean, they both deserve it, but Seth especially. So, but and plus Seth on Raw, he has a slew of opponents to go up against. So there's that.
You're not wrong. All right, that was Night of Champions. It's this Saturday, and we're gonna move on to the next one, Battleground, which will be earlier in the day on Sunday. Battleground.
It's going on at the same time during Double or Nothing.
Oh, it is. Okay, shit, I didn't know that. All right, so then I'm not gonna.
Know what Drew Yari isn't watching.
Maybe. More than likely.
I'm watching both. I'm gonna have both up.
Battleground will be in Lowell, Massachusetts, from the Sangha Center. I don't know if the T is silent, but so far there are 6 matches announced, which I'm guessing are the final matches. So I'm going to start from the bottom. NXT Tag Team Championship match, Gallus versus the Creed Brothers.
Dallas boys. I got Gallus. I want the Creed. You know how I feel about the Creeds. Everyone knows how I feel about the Creeds. I think Gallus is going to win. Honestly, their reign in the NXT UK has been a lot better. Just on the NXT, I was gonna call them NXT main roster, but yeah, I guess you could call it NXT main roster in a way. But these haven't really clicked as they did in NXT UK. I don't know if it was because of a cultural thing or whatever the case may be, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the Gallus here to pick up the win though.
Dallas boys on top. Yeah, I agree with you in a sense, but Gallus, honestly, to me, in my opinion, even looking back on NXT UK stuff, Gallus is really over because their fucking theme song back in NXT UK, man.
Oh yeah.
Hey, yeah. I don't know. I like Mark. I like the Coffee Brothers. Wolfgang.
I like Wolfgang. He's great. I like him.
I like the Coffee Brothers. I think they're two, badass motherfucker. And Wolfgang, to his credit too, he's a bad man too. But I agree with you. There's a little bit of a connection problem there, and I love the Creed Brothers. I think they're fucking great. A lot of people are shitting on them, bland, generic guys, blah 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 blah. But these guys are fucking freaks, bro. Both of these guys. Monty wanted to split them up. And I was like, Monty, they just started wrestling 2 or 3 years ago. You want them to split up already? Calm down. Then they split them up, and then they do nothing with Julius right away. Then you go be mad. So I told them, chill. Let them get the most out of each other as a tag team before you go splitting them off. But I agree with you. I think Gallus will keep it here. They beat the Creed Brothers, a team that's been flag wavers for the NXT brand ever since a couple of years ago, and I think that might get him a little bit of heat there. So let's see what happens.
I guess
I definitely think Gallus is on top though on this one.
I'll just go with Gallus because you guys are saying Gallus. So, and kind of sounds like the Creed brothers can maybe be moved up to the main roster after this.
Could be.
I don't. I mean, I will like them too, but if so, why weren't they drafted?
Yeah, I wouldn't rush it right now either. It's just if they wasn't drafted, I wouldn't do it now here either.
All right,
unless they wait till after SummerSlam.
Yeah, fair enough. Next is a last man standing match with Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be fun, man. I got Ilya winning. This is gonna be a hard hitting match. This is probably gonna be, to me, if this one and Noam Dar versus Dragon Lee are the ones I'm most excited about. Actually, the North American title match as well. Like, I'm super excited about that too. Like, this card in general, like, it's to me, I think it's a very underrated card. You're taking a chance with two women who haven't been in this position at these particular stakes on pay-per-view, going up against each other. That's going to be a good sight to see as well. But as far as this match is concerned, I got Ilya Dragunov winning. These guys had a great match on NXT a couple weeks ago. But for the record, though, I just got Ilya Dragunov winning. But it's going to be a great match.
Yeah, same. I got Dragunov winning, but they got to give Dijak some big wins. He's been losing a lot of big matches. Mm-hmm. So they got to give Dijak a big win here soon. But I agree with that. I think the mission is to get Dragunov over. So, I mean, he's already over, but get him over to the point where he can challenge for a championship next. And I think he does that by beating Dijak. Dijak ain't going to get pinned, so he can afford to kind of lose in that way, but still, they're going to have to get Dijak going too. Because he can't just keep on losing all these big matches.
I agree. I mean,
he's got some justice to inflict, but Jesus.
I mean, he can't. I mean, I'm pretty sure he can't just keep fucking everyone's wife. Like, he needs something. But, but I mean, I agree. I mean, this is the kind of match where you don't have to worry about getting pinned, obviously. But it's like, I think if they gave Dijak a win in this match, I'd be fine with it. I mean,
me too.
I love Ilya, but Ilya can afford to lose a match. So I'm gonna go with Dijak in this one. This is gonna be a fun match to watch. Next is a triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship: Wesley versus Tyler Bate versus Joe Gacy.
I got Wesley. I don't really see Wesley losing the titles anytime soon. The only person I really see him losing the title to is probably Dragon Lee at this point.
Right.
But this match is just gonna be good. Very good. Very, very good. Tyler Bate, I mean, we know how great Tyler Bate is, you know what I mean? He's been main roster ready, forever. Joe Gacy, despite what people think about the gimmick itself, I think he's a damn good wrestler too as well. And Wesley has really come into his own, ever since Nash Carter left WWE and how he got screwed over by that, but he really turned himself into a global single star on the NXT. So I got Wesley winning and continuing his reign.
I'll go with Wesley. He's doing pretty fine with his reign. I like Tyler Bate. I think Tyler Bate's really good. He makes everything look believable. Joe Gacy, I've never been a fan of personally. Not just the gimmick, but just him. I don't know, just something about him just doesn't work for me. But I'm gonna go with Wesley.
Well, because he's fat.
Well, I'm fat too, so that has nothing to do with it.
I seen in the YouTube section for his entrance. This one guy puts all the entrances out for all the shows, and somebody was like, "I would be more of a fan of Joe Gacy if he got himself into some better shape." He said, "Holy fuck, his gut is out of control." I was like, Oh my god, that's funny as fuck, man.
But,
oh man, it's crazy. But nah, the triple threat match should be really fun. Gacy's a good wrestler. I think Gacy needs to pick better wrestling attire. Myself personally, I thought him wrestling in the slacks and all that stuff was actually a better look than what he's got going on now. But that aside, this should be fun. Gacy's a good wrestler though, very agile for bigger guy, and his finish is probably one of the. I don't know, like I pop every time he does that. What he calls it, the upside down frown or whatever the fuck he calls it. Yeah, like that handspring into the lariat. That joint's it's pretty nice. It's really nice. I think Wesley gets the win here, but I think him and Bate go 1-on-1 the next show, the next pay per view. Maybe
that'd be fucking good. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh my! Tyler Bate's one of my fucking favorites, man.
He really is.
And I showed a casual wrestling, like a couple of my friends are casual wrestling fans. And I showed my friend Morgan Tyler Bate match. As a matter of fact, it was Tyler Bate versus Walter at Cardiff. And that match is so fucking unbelievable. Anybody that's ever saw it, you know it. And if you haven't seen it, you should do yourself a service and go watch it. I showed it to her, and she's like, I'm a fan of that guy. He is so small, but he made everything look so believable. And I'm like, yeah.
Speaking of Joe Gacy, he was a former Evolve Tag Team Champion with who?
Eddie Kingston.
Yep, Eddie Kingston.
The Unwanted.
Both fat fucks. I'm playing.
Eddie Kingston.
Don't call me fat, yo.
Yeah, he doesn't like Eddie Kingston.
I like Eddie Kingston. But
okay.
I just don't like.
Hold on a second, guys.
Go ahead. Wait, what are we waiting for?
I don't know. I'm just sitting here.
RJ just told us to hold on. I'm not sure what we're holding on for. Maybe he's I don't know. Maybe he has to take a piss.
I should move on then.
Well, we got 3 more matches. I guess RJ wants to go tinkle. Anyways, next match is a British Round Rules match for the NXT Heritage Cup. Noam Dar versus Dragon Lee. I have the match rules right here for British Round Rules. Matches consist of 6 3-minute rounds with 20-second breaks between each round. Matches are 2 out of 3 falls. Falls can be won by pinfall, submission, or countout. Once a fall occurs, the round ends. The match ends once a wrestler has won 2 falls. In the event of a disqualification or knockout, the match instantly ends without the need for 2 falls. If all 6 rounds are completed, whoever is ahead of falls wins the match. So, is it essentially an Iron Man match?
No. So basically, it's a 2 out of 3 falls match, right?
Okay.
They have 6 3-minute rounds. So let's say there are the first 2 rounds. The wrestler they pin their guy twice. That's the end of the match. So the match can be essentially less than 6 minutes or whatever the case may be. So, but also if there is a disqualification or a knockout, then basically the match is over automatically without the 2 falls. So. It's a very unique match. Now, I mean, I guess you could call it. I mean, there's pieces of Iron Man in it, right? But it's 2 out of 3 falls match. Not necessarily last man standing, but like with the knockouts, kind of have those elements to it. So, yeah, very very unique match. I've seen several matches in NXT UK. A-Kid Axiom was the first ever champion of the Heritage Cup, and and Noam Dar. Has been holding this thing for forever now. So
you think they're going to give it to Lee?
No, I'm going with Noam Dar.
All right. I mean, I guess I'll go for Noam Dar. Not familiar, but I go for Noam Dar. RJ. RJ's still gone. What the fuck? I don't know where RJ went. He just said hold on. But next match, the finals for the NXT Women's Championship: Lyra Valkyria versus Tiffany Stratton.
So Lyra Valkyria and Tiffany Stratton. I'm going with Tiffany Stratton. They kind of, I mean, it's her time. She's hot right now. I mean, literally and physically. But it's her time. Lyra Valkyria, like, they could make the babyface win here, but, like, and she's great at what she does as well. Like, I really like Lyra. But I think the fans is really going to go for Tiffany Stratton in this match. I don't think not too many people know or really care about Lyra like that. But the storyline is with Lyra's knee, so pay attention for that in the match. But at the end of the day, I got Tiffany Stratton walking out as the women's champion.
Same.
Yeah, same. I mean, because again, Tiffany is hot. You know, literally, like you said, literally, and business and wrestling wise, she is hot, and it's her time. Lyra, I haven't seen enough of her, so I can't really judge. I can't really judge of what I remember about Lyra. I can only judge what I've been seeing more about Tiffany. So I think the smart choice is to put it on Tiffany.
It's the better choice. It's
Right.
the better choice. You can't have your heart on for the smart work here, because people will go, well, Lyra's the better wrestler and this, that, and the other, blah 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 blah. But it's just like, okay, but Tiffany is showing you more, can do more with the championship. Lyra could chase her, just like Roxanne will, I'm pretty sure, and a couple others will. But Tiffany Stratton is the way to go. If it wasn't going to be Cora Jade, which I know Drew would have hated,
Ugh.
but other than that, Tiffany Stratton is the way to go. Tiffany Stratton is the way to go. You got to have these baby faces. You got all these baby faces, all these good, plucky baby faces going after either her or Cora Jade. That's what's best for the business and the storytelling for NXT at this point. Because you got one heel that cheats to win, and Cora Jade, she'll do whatever it takes to win. And then you got Tiffany Stratton, who's very arrogant, very full of herself, very spoiled, but can get the job done and finds ways to get it done without like cheating and stuff like that. So Tiffany Stratton is the way to go. I'm down with that.
And then in the meantime, it gives someone like Roxanne to kind of really improve on a lot of things. Like,
okay, she needs to evolve that fucking character. I'm Jimmy Pure.
I love everybody. I love puppies and kittens and America and Jesus.
You're the type of girl that a guy takes to his mama house with the button-down shirt and the tight khakis. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
Oh. I like Roxanne too, but I do not like the character that they got her. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here. Bitch, knock it off. Come on, knock it off.
Like if
you already won you won gold before. Why are you still happy to be here? Like, come on.
I mean,
Your toes got dipped in the sand already, bitch.
If somebody punches her in their face, she'll just be like, "Oh shucks."
Oh, woe is me.
Oh, things happen. You just gotta be the good Christian. So it's like, yeah. This gives her time to really improve, because I like her, but she needs to improve on a lot of shit. And she's good in the ring, but there's some things she kind of messes up on. But just her character, again,
that character work is that main problem right there.
Like
I'm not saying turn her heel, but like she's got to evolve that character, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Evolve that character. And I mean, with Booker T there, maybe Booker T can help guide her along, help her evolve. Maybe, hopefully, that's the next step, and maybe helping teach her while he's down there. So, that would be something that if I was in her shoes, I would go to Booker T and be like, "Hey, how do you think I could take this Roxanne Perez thing as a character? How can I take this thing to the next level? How can I evolve it? How can I grow it? How can I change it? What can I change to show that, hey, I'm here. now I got to keep on going. So.
All right. And RJ, since you were out for the last match, who are you picking between Dar and Lee?
See, what I want to happen might not even come to fruition. But I think, to me, it feels like a foregone conclusion that Dragon Lee's going to beat him. But at the same time, I think Noam Dar's going to beat him. But how I would do it, I would have Aaliyah James come out and help him win. Because she's still signed. She's still signed to a contract. And maybe she's one of those few people trying to figure out how to, to conquer the whole visa problem. Maybe that's what's holding her up. But if that's the case and she hasn't figured it out, I would have her interfere and help Dragon Lee fucking win the whole thing. Nathan Frazier's out there in his corner. Noam Dar's going to need somebody in his, right? And what better way to make an impact but by the end of the match, she comes out, fucking low blows fucking Nathan Frazier. He, makes the fucking face, slumps over. Dragon Lee's like, what the hell? And then fucking Aaliyah James with a sick-ass smile on her face. Noam Dar catches him with the fucking Nova Roller 1, 2, 3, take it home. And you can do a rematch or something like that down the line. But Noam Dar's got his main piece. Now he's got two angry people who want something from him. Nathan Frazier wants... You gotta put your hands on my balls! I want to kick your ass, motherfucker. And then Dragon Lee, y'all fucked me over a little bit too, so I'm gonna kick your ass too, motherfucker.
She is cute. I'm looking at her right now. She's pretty cute.
She is cute. She's the first ever light skinned girl I've ever seen with fucking like freckles before. She's cute as fuck, bro. So
I do like freckles. All right,
I love freckles.
Moving on to the main event, Carmelo Hayes, the NXT champion, I mean, versus Braun Breaker in a singles match. Who's winning this?
I want to say they want to give Braun Breaker another shot and have him, do the heel run as champion, but that'll be kind of going backwards for me and kind of like shit on what Carmelo is supposed to be, is like the new face of NXT. So I got Carmelo Hayes winning.
Right. Same. I got him winning. And like Justin said, that's just regressing. You're going backwards. We gotta set Braun Breaker on the path to the main roster at this point. And Carmelo Hayes has to be the face of this brand until he's ready to go up to the main roster. So we have to take the next step into that, and he has to beat Braun Breaker. He has to beat arguably one of the better NXT champions within the last, year and some change. And he has to do that in order to establish himself as a true NXT champion. And I hope to God that Trick Williams stays in the locker room.
Yeah, because that feud's brewing with him and Carmelo.
Yeah. Because from even the little smaller things, like Apollo Crews giving him the advice a couple of weeks ago, which I liked, by the way. I thought that was pretty cool. Despite their problems in the past, I thought that was pretty cool that Apollo Crews gave him some advice. And just Trick Williams been getting a lot of spotlight lately. Hopefully they don't rush into a heel turn until they're ready, but we all can see that's coming, right? That's going to be, before Carmelo Hayes leaves from the main roster, Trick Williams and him will get into it. So.
Yep.
And that was NXT Battleground. And lastly,
it's gonna be a sad day. It's gonna be a sad day when it happens. Sorry to cut you off, Drew, but it's gonna be a sad day when it happens because I like those two together.
Yeah, for sure. I think they'll get back together on the main roster whenever that time comes. So yeah,
right. And Trick Williams is another Columbia boy too. He was a USC alumni, so I'm rooting for him. And I knew the first promo he cut. I'm like, this guy sounds so familiar. He sounds so familiar. Why can I not put my finger on it? There's something about him that feels so familiar. Then when I found out that he was an alumni from he was a Gamecock alumni, I was like, makes fucking sense the way he talks.
You guys are still the Gamecocks?
Yep.
So a kind of funny story about that before we get to Double or Nothing. My sister, a long time ago, she took a trip to South Carolina, like a very long time ago, and she brought me back a hat. And she was like, "Oh, I got you this hat." I was like, "Oh, it's pretty cool." I turn it back, and on the front it says "Go Cox." I'm like, I can't wear this. Why? Look at what it says.
It says "Go Cox." and they have that shit loud and fucking proud on flags, on banners, on every Go Cox, Cock Nation, all this other shit.
The cock.
Oh my god, we're not doing ourselves any favors here. Oh my god.
I think I still have that hat somewhere in storage, but it's funny. All right, so Double or Nothing AEW is this Sunday, May 28th, in Paradise, Nevada, at the T-Mobile Arena.
To be honest with you guys,
Vegas.
Because of all this talk about AEW Collision and All Out and All In and the Forbidden Door, I forgot Double or Nothing was even going to be a thing this year.
Mm-hmm.
So they brought it up last week. But go ahead and continue, buddy.
So far, there's 9 matches. I'm pretty sure there's going to be 3 more matches announced because...
Oh, boy.
Because fuck it.
Oh, my.
Nah, I mean they're gonna have the pre-show matches, like maybe like 1 or 2 pre-show matches, but I think 9 of the main card is probably gonna be that.
I hope so. All right, so let me start at the bottom. Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho in an unsanctioned match. Sabu will be in Adam Cole's corner.
What?
So
That's the part that doesn't make any sense.
Because he's gonna screw over.
Oh, no, we're gonna get
Sabu and Chris Jericho, they did have a feud in ECW, so.
But Adam Cole has buddies. Roderick Strong. I mean, granted, he needs more, but
I mean, yeah, Roderick Strong's gonna be there, so is Sabu.
I'm not seeing the correlation there for because it's not in Philly. It's not like it's in ECW country.
I agree 100%. But yeah, this is. I think it's not necessarily Sabu and Adam Cole relationship. It's Sabu and the Chris Jericho feud that happened in ECW.
Well, these 2 old fuckers are gonna go at it one more time. Jesus.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna see one last triple jump moonsault before Sabu breaks his neck.
And I love Sabu too, but it's just like, come on. I love Sabu. Don't get me wrong, but once again, we got to make sense of this. And I mean, it's very possible we can get Jericho and Sabu out of this. I'm not.
I see Sabu turning on Adam Cole and Jericho winning.
Well, that sucks. That makes Adam Cole like a dumb babyface then.
Well, I mean, AEW and WWE, they that's one thing they do alike. They have dumb baby faces.
Except AEW probably does it the worst.
It's the same. I don't really see a difference.
Did you see that match last week?
They're both fucking terrible.
You see when Roosh grabbed Jungle Boy's cock last week on AEW?
Yeah, that was
that was crazy.
Jesus Christ.
That whole match was fucking crazy. I can't believe it. It made Jungle Boy look like a J-Bro, which was the opposite of my fears. I thought Roosh was going to look like a J-Bro, but Jesus Christ, Roosh must have heard me talk. He's like, you know what, fuck this. No pasa nada. Jungle Boy, you're fuck barrel. Fucking just destroyed him, but we're going to continue, Drew. My fault.
All right. I guess I'll go with Jericho on this one. Next is Ethan Page and the Guns versus the Hardy Party. Isaiah Cassidy and the Hardy Boys. If Hardy Party wins, Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract.
Again with this stupid ass storyline with the owning the contracts.
I thought the final deletion, which I will say that was a fun one. That deletion, that was so fun. I liked it, but
yeah, that I have no problem with that whatsoever. That's cool. But this whole Matt Hardy owns the contract and Andrade owns the contract, and Stokely Hathaway owns the contract. Like this whole thing, that needs to stop. That needs to end. Just end this shit already, please.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Well, I don't think it's gonna end because I think the Hardys are gonna win. So.
They're all losers anyways. I mean, so who gives a fuck anyways? Jesus Christ.
It's Jeff Hardy's first pay-per-view back. Like they're gonna put him over.
Yeah,
so
unfortunately
this is gonna continue, so.
Oh
God, we gotta see Jeff Hardy like do spots. Oof. I
I
love Jeff Hardy, but
I don't know about the spots. I'm just saying that Matt Hardy's going to own Ethan Page's contract.
Jeff's going to do a spot. I love Jeff, but come on, like Jeff's going to find a way to do a spot. And
he's going to do that and fucking more of this nonsense with the contract shit. Just God.
It was like when you saw Whitney Houston trying to sing her songs when she was on crack.
Oh God, flipping around in the hotel.
Jesus
Christ. Next is TBS Championship. Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie.
Jade's gonna win.
Yeah, Jade's gonna win. I still think
it's had Bill, but it was Bill on Rampage and not Bill on Dynamite, so Jade's gonna win.
And only 200 people watched that, right? 200,000, excuse me, watched that. So
actually, this past week, I don't even think it got to 200,000. I think last week it had. Oh no, I'm sorry, 293,000. My bad. I thought I saw 100,000, 100-something thousand, but yeah.
All right. Anarchy in the Arena match. Blackpool.
Did you pick a winner? Did you pick a winner, Drew?
Oh yeah, Jade. I said Jade.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Next is an Anarchy in the Arena match. Big Black Cock Club, whatever the fuck it's called. Bryan Danielson, Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta versus The Elite, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Hangman Adam Page. I can already tell how this match is going to go. There's going to be a lot of blood, a lot of false finishes, and everyone's going to love it.
She's going to bleed.
Yep, like me.
Exactly. Which there's nothing wrong with that, people. I'm just pointing out. I'm using my Mistradamus view on the site on the future of wrestling. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of blood. Gallons and gallons of blood. It's
best believe it, baby.
It's that time of the month, people. A lot of blood. But I'm gonna go with Big Black Cock Combat Club thingy, whatever the fuck they're called.
Blackpool Combat Club.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, going with them. Who else wants to pick?
I think this feud is to put over the Blackpool Combat Club. I thought they was gonna add the two Asian guys, Takashita and as people call that man, Takashita and Ibushi, but I guess not. I guess maybe they're gonna milk that another month. So I think, with that being said, I think Takashita helps Blackpool Combat Club win, and I think Kenny and them they go a step beyond and bring in Ibushi for Forbidden Door. I think they're gonna run it back at Forbidden Door.
Yep. I think matches out of this is gonna come out for Forbidden Door. I mean, you may get the Golden Lovers versus Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley, and you may get like the Young Bucks versus Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. But again, at the end of the day, it's like it has to be like it's Forbidden Door. So it has to be New Japan versus.
Did you just give him a last name?
Who?
You do not give Wheeler Useless a last name.
Oh, okay, Uterus, whatever. But
Uterus.
Okay. All right, but I'm going with Blackpool Combat Club to win. Obviously, Don Callis is now the manager of the BCC, and I think Takeshita is gonna cost the Elite. I think he's gonna turn on the Elite. He's actually going to be brainwashed by Don Callis. So he thinks he's doing the right thing by turning on Kenny and the Bucks and Hangman. Meanwhile, he's just only being brainwashed by Don Callis. And I think later on, Takeshita will turn babyface, and he'll be like, he'll have a big babyface reaction after that, because a lot of people really like Takeshita, so.
Yeah, doing. He's a good wrestler. He's
very good. He's very good. Yeah,
and he's he looks like a wrestler too. Like he's got a good look.
Yep.
He's got a good look. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what they do with him moving forward.
Yeah. But I got Blackpool to win.
Yeah, same.
Next, The AEW Women's Championship, or in other words, we put this title on somebody because Britt is somehow the biggest star in the company. Championship. Jamie Hayter, the champion, versus Toni Storm. Jamie Hayter's been the women's champion since November 19th of last year. Just pointing that out.
She feels like like she's not. How does that happen?
Again, it's just anyone who's the women's.
And I like Jamie Hayter, by the way. I think Hayter's great.
She's good.
She's one of the better things about a bad situation, which is that division. But yeah, it's just she's overshadowed between all the drama with all the girls behind the scenes and all the angles around it. Just seems bigger than her title reign, and that's not her fault. That's the booking's fault.
Yeah, it's just like anyone who's a women's champion that's not Britt is just overshadowed because they love Britt. Like, Tony loves Britt.
Or Jade Cargill, by the way, because she's,
Yeah, Jade. And, oh, by the way, did you the whole thing about Thunder Rosa had to apologize to the women's locker room?
Fuck right off.
Because she was injured?
Fuck right off.
And then Paige coming out being like, oh yeah, she apologized because she likes to talk a lot. Fuck you, cunt. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah, we saw you get double teamed on camera. Trophy Haho's bitch.
Wait, what?
What? Yeah.
No, I know that, but yeah, because well, I'm getting why we're saying "fuck you, Paige." I'm not even understanding that, but I got for the match at least. I got Jamie Hayter taking away in this one. It's gonna be. I anticipate this is gonna be a good match. You got two strong women's wrestlers in there. You got two women's wrestlers that came from Japan. You got two women's wrestlers that don't take no shit in the ring, and they want to make their shit look good. But with that said, I got Jamie Hayter winning. I mean, and I don't know what they're gonna do with her afterwards. I don't know. It's not really much of. I don't fucking know. I really don't fucking know what they're gonna do with this whole fucking feud has been shit. So, but hopefully we'll get a good match out of it at least.
Next, the 20-man or 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the AEW International Championship. You have Orange Cassidy, Hogan, Reigns, Cena versus Aaron, whatever the fuck his name is, Solo, the ex-Bailey, ex-Mr. Bailey, Powerhouse Hobbs, QT Marshall, Ricky Starks, and 16 to be determined competitors.
Who even gives a shit?
I mean, it doesn't really matter, but Orange Cassidy's gonna win this one.
Yeah, because Tony Khan has a boner for him, so Orange Cassidy's gonna win.
He's got the hugest heart on in the world. You could possibly have for a wrestler.
I mean, despite that, his title reign has been damn good, so I've been enjoying it. He's been adding different elements to his character. He's been selling better than I've ever seen him before. He's been selling his matches better than he's been selling the leg, like his leg, his arm, and all this other stuff as well. So he's been doing less of the shtick, I should say. Yeah. So he's been doing less. I mean, it's still there, right? Because that's his character, but it's been toned down a lot. He's been more serious in the ring, and he's showing people why he's a good wrestler.
Next match.
Monty still hate him.
Man, me and Monty fucking hate that guy. Fuck him.
Hate him. I'm indifferent to him. I don't care either way. But it's real Monty.
I think too many people are looking into the commie side way too much. But what do I know?
He fucking sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's different taste.
He doesn't suck. He doesn't suck. He's not. You're making it seem like he sucks in the ring.
He does.
You may not like his gimmick, but he's a good wrestler.
Next match. Ladder match for the AEW Who Gives a Fuck TNT Championship. Wardlow versus Christian.
That's no thing?
Yeah, this title sucks, man. Good God.
And oh my God, Jesus. I love Wardlow, love Hobbs, but they're out of range with this belt and not do them any type of favors whatsoever.
I was listening to Cornette before we started recording, and he talked about Wardlow, and he says, I feel like I'm the only one that notices this. Wardlow has chicken legs.
His legs are...
Like he's got a big body and big arms, but his legs are like really tiny.
Sounds about right.
And yeah, Wardlow just they have ruined him. They have ruined him.
He looks like a regular man with that haircut now.
Yeah, he cut his hair. Like, I don't know, man, but
he does not look like a beast anymore. For whatever reason, the long hair fit him. Him out there fighting Christian Cage in a polo shirt and goddamn slacks. I thought he was the goddamn janitor or some shit. Just super jacked.
Goddamn janitor.
I'm like, oh god, like what is this? And then him and Luchasaurus. I don't know, man. I got
Wardlow in this one. I got Wardlow in this match.
Yeah, he's gonna beat Christian. I would be shocked if they put the belt on Christian.
I wouldn't be shocked, but actually, I may pick Christian because, like, fucking Wardlow, he's just been like the punching bag of this title and this division. So I wouldn't be surprised if Christian wins, but I got Wardlow though. I got faith that we'll see Wardlow win this one.
Yep. Yeah.
Maybe we'll give and you got Forbidden Door coming up too as well, so. They may want to put Wardlow versus Zack Sabre Jr., which I don't want to see, but God, no. Or maybe they can do like Wardlow versus like Ishii.
Wardlow versus his self-esteem. That'd be a much better match.
I want to see Ishii. There you go.
Bankali. I just love saying that. Next, Tag Team Championship match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Mark Briscoe will serve as a special guest referee. FTR, the Tag Team Champions, versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
What?
Mark Briscoe, who smacked the dog shit out of everybody, even pie-faced Karen Jarrett. That's pretty fucking funny.
Oh yeah. Karen made her debut last week. Fuck yeah.
Oh my god. Double J. Jeff Jarrett.
I'm back, baby.
I got
Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal win these titles. I'm not gonna lie.
Fuck it. Just why not? Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna go with Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Fuck it. Just give them the titles. Give them all the titles.
Give Jeff Jarrett. I want Jeff Jarrett to be the world champion. To be honest with you.
Yep.
Lord knows. Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna talk about the AEW title, but it's just like fucking. Just give Jeff Jarrett anything he wants. Just give him a fucking world title.
Just make him and Von Cully a fucking super power tag team.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Man, that'll be
Come Tuesday.
Seriously though, I'm going with FTR. Now this is one of the matches I wouldn't be shocked if they change the titles and put on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal just for the heat, but you know. I don't know if FTR want to sign back to AEW for this to happen. So,
I think the AEW fans would not actually boo Jeff Jarrett. I think he'd get a pop because according to a lot of people that I know, that a lot of AEW fans don't like FTR bald. So, I mean,
I don't know, man. FTR is CM Punk's main guys, and CM Punk's coming back. So,
is he now? I thought he wasn't coming back. Is he or isn't he? I don't know from day to day to week to week.
Well, the new show's going to be in Chicago.
They announced Collision tonight. The first Collision is going to be in Chicago, so he's coming back, essentially.
But have you guys considered this fact, too? Maybe he isn't coming back, and maybe they're running Chicago anyway despite him.
That will be the biggest bonehead mistake that Tony Khan and AEW can make. I don't see that happening.
Well, it is Tony Khan, so.
Yeah, but Tony Khan's not this stupid. Like, he's not this.
He's shown that he's.
I know you hate him, but like seriously, he's not this stupid.
Never said I hated him. I just think he's stupid.
I think he runs off emotion.
I mean, I think Punk will be there. They just want to kind of play to the crowd, but
yeah, they want to play it out.
There, but...
Hold on 1 second, guys. You guys can continue. I'll be right back.
Okay, go for it.
All right, but I mean, at this point, this is just my opinion. I'm the AEW hater, so fuck it. The titles in this company don't mean shit. I'm sorry. They don't.
Yeah, 100%.
The TBS title doesn't mean shit. The TNT title doesn't mean shit. The women's title really doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the only title that seems that they're taking somewhat seriously is the international title. The world title.
AEW title for the most part, but it's kind of like in a standstill right now.
Right. It's just I like MJF, but MJF I've been kind of waning interest on. Because you can't tell what he wants to be anymore. Because at first he was, he was trying to be Piper. He was trying to be, Brian Pillman or whatever. He was, the smart mouth, shit talking jock. And now all of a sudden he's, went from making promos about being bullied and promos about wanting to kill himself and, promos about how he got into a car accident while his girlfriend was giving him head. And
well, for the record, I think those are kind of one-offs, but he's been more like he hasn't really been doing that lately.
And just the weird shit with him and Sammy just kissing on television. So that was great. I love that. Just the titles don't mean shit anymore, in my opinion. They really don't mean shit. But yeah, I'm gonna go Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal because fuck it. That's just me. So main event, what I'm assuming is the main event, fatal 4-way match for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. MJF the champion, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, and Jungle Boy, Jumping Jimmy Jam, Jack Perry.
Funny thing is, I saw. So for some reason, I fell asleep the other night. Mm-hmm. I had it on YouTube. I was watching something. I forgot what I was watching. I woke up and it was like a fucking random episode of Beverly Hills 90210 and just saw fucking Luke Perry on my screen. I'm like, oh my god, it looks just like Jungle Boy without the long flowing hair. But yeah, MJF's gonna win this match. I think this match is gonna have its false finishes. It's gonna tease that Darby may win it, or it's gonna tease that Jungle Boy may win it or whatnot. But obviously MJF's gonna win. It's just a few per se, just to carry on into the next pay-per-view. In this case, it's going to be Forbidden Door, because Forbidden Door is at the end of June. Yeah, and we may see. God, man, I don't know how I feel about this. MJF versus Sonata, or I don't even know if they're gonna do versus, but they may do MJF versus Okada would be good. I will love that. I would love to see that. Then maybe Sonata versus, I don't fucking know. I don't know who they're gonna put Sonata against, but yeah,
it shouldn't be MJF.
It's not gonna be MJF. I don't think they're gonna put champion versus champion.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Who would Sonata go up against though on AEW?
I would put Sonata against probably another Japanese guy or somebody that can handle the style. I don't know. See, Sonata's never had personal storylines, so it's not like you can link him to anybody on the roster per se and have it, make storyline sense. So it would have to be in a dream match scenario.
Yeah, kind of like what they did last year. I'll just maybe Sonata versus Bryan Danielson. Would be nice. Or maybe. Well, I see Bryan Danielson going. They need to do Bryan Danielson versus fucking
Zack Sabre.
Yeah, that's the fucking match right there. They need to do that shit. But maybe Sonata versus I don't know, Moxley. I don't know. I can't think of who that will actually make sense. But and someone who will want to take a pinfall too to Sonata, because Sonata ain't gonna lose that title.
No, of course not.
So anyway,
Yeah, that is. So, RJ, who was your pick for the main event?
I get MJF retaining, even though I'm gonna need them to amp up this title reign because MJF's title reign feels like I have to remind myself constantly, week to week, that he's the champion. That's not good. That's not good. And I like MJF. Like, I'm a fan. So it's not like a thing of, oh, I don't like him or I hate him or anything like that. I have anything against him. I was advocating for MJF to be the champion, but it just feels like I said, week to week, I have to remind myself that he's the champion. Something's wrong with that picture.
Oh, you know what I just thought about right now? Sanaa versus Jay White.
You know what?
That's the match right there. Sanaa versus Jay White.
But you would think they would do David Finlay versus Jay White, though, based off of what happened the last time we saw Jay White.
Yeah, but no one's gonna know that feud on, in America. I would like to see it. Yeah, I mean, but like they're gonna be like, "Oh, David Finlay is that Finlay's son?" And people don't really realize that. Yeah, that's Finlay's son. So yeah.
But that was our predictions on this wrestling heavy weekend, and we hope you guys enjoy it. We hope you guys enjoy everything: Night of Champions, Battleground, and maybe even Double or Nothing. But that's really about it. You guys have anything you want to add? Any stories? Anything?
Oh no, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Nothing on my end.
Everyone enjoyed the wrestling weekend for sure, man. So a lot of good wrestling. But yeah, everyone enjoy it out there.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
And this Friday is a Q&A. We had to move it to Friday since Saturday is going to be a very busy day. So Q&A will be this Friday. And if you haven't already, send your questions. If you have, you can send some more in. And just a reminder, as soon as we start recording, that is the end of sending in questions. Do not send in questions during the show. We will not read them. Plain and simple. I'll make that plain and simple. We will not read them if you're sending in during the show. But anyways, guys, Justin, as always, RJ, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, be a great weekend, people. And Justin, I'll see you on Friday.
Absolutely.
And thank you to everyone that came in and is listening and downloads and supports the Patreon. The Patreon's $5 a month. I just did a show with Ruben for our Culture Attack show. That's a pretty good one. You guys might want to hear that one out. I do a show with RJ. Just not too long ago, we went through the entire MCU, and that's starting from Iron Man, and that's damn near 5 hours, and that's a good one, people. So listen to that.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. Yeah, we'll be doing another Patreon exclusive soon. I got what was it? In a couple of weeks, I have a couple of days off in a row. So if you want to pick a day, I got from Wednesday to Sunday off. Oh. So if you want to pick a day before that Saturday, because I'm going to go see Across the Spider-Verse. Me and my brother.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna go see that
Spider-Verse.
So yeah, so if you want to pick a day to record, from that because you do the show on Wednesday, but on the Thursday all the way down to I guess up until Friday we can do something.
Yeah, I think on that Saturday we're gonna go see Spider-Verse as well. Mm-hmm. So I mean, you said you're available on Sunday?
No, that's when I'm going back to work. I'm going back to work on that Sunday.
Okay.
So it'd probably be if by some chance Monty doesn't show up for the trifecta threat, then we can probably do a review then.
No, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it though.
All right, definitely. And then I do a show with Jeff Lippman. We just did a show not too long ago, and we got another show down the pike. And yeah, that's really about it, people. I might even add some newer shows. I might do like a solo Patreon show, just talking shit. I don't know. It's an idea that I've had. It's not fully fleshed out yet, but it's an idea.
Sounds good.
Just to do like a solo Patreon show. But anyways, people, we will see you this Friday for Q&A, and we'll see you next week, same time, same channel. And that's about it, people. Peace out.
Peace out.
Peace out, guys.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari. It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.
It's Drew Yari.
The Drew Yari Show.